Welcome to Magnus Aevum. I am your storytelling master.
I'm cold.
I'm sorry. Florida had a weird experience where we just suddenly dropped like 35 degrees.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like it.
I love it. Most people don't. The whole side of the table that is over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to our crazy show.
I actually think it's rather wonderful.
No.
It's wonderful.
We're going to avoid that. You're going to keep doing it to me until I say it.
It's a wonderful world.
See, then I'll do it. If we start singing,
I mean,
look forward to that
just
episode.
let me know.
That episode's going to happen eventually. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
yeah.
New skit. The theatrical
Magnus
edition.
Aevum, episode blank, the musical.
Yeah, exactly. Or a sing-along song.
Oh, God.
6 seconds only, though, at a time, so it's not copyright.
Or you make her own song and it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
I'll just wail on the guitar.
Just
back.
Weird Al it. Just
I mean,
any song, just Weird Al it.
knowing how things work, will still get copyrighted for it. The owner of this song has filed for, like, unfair use. She's like, the fuck do you mean? Where are the owners?
Yeah, I filed it.
That makes sense.
You
So, we last left off with Anna having a dream.
So bad.
Quest? Dream? Yes. Thing. Where a couple of things were revealed, or at least in her psyche. Yeah, there we go. Words.
I got you, bro.
When she finally wakes up the next morning,
Oh, that's right, I was drunk.
her head is pounding, she's covered in sweat, and her father is doing his best to wake her up because he thinks she's dead.
Wake up! Wake up!
This is child abuse.
No, it's not.
Like he
I think
said,
it
fuck
is.
around, find out.
I'm not fucking around.
Oh, you certainly were.
Not anymore.
As you
I got what I wanted.
As you awaken to a just slightly sore face, a headache, and this strange weight that is just sitting on your stomach that is not your father because it's not that heavy. It's about
Couple pounds.
5-10 pounds.
Yeah, my little biscuit.
No.
What? It's not biscuit. No.
Biscuit's over on the side,
Okay.
I'm sure. But there's just the weight that's there that you don't notice.
Is it like can I feel it or can I sense it?
It feels solid, like it's got chipped edges, like it might be sharp in
So it is
places.
tangible.
Take a look at it, and it's this stone. Kind of pulses just slightly,
How
like something is trying to be alive inside it.
how big is it?
Yeah, it'd fit in the palm of your hand. Maybe you'd have to try a little hard with both.
Pocket.
Okay. So as your child gets up, it's like fumbling for pockets.
Well, how was your first time being drunk? I made you eggs, biscuits, and sausage.
All I have to do for you to make me breakfast is get drunk?
I'm being nice. Don't think this is happening very often.
Sit on my fucking frozen bed.
And I also
You're
make
still in coal.
make her a good old Irish coffee to soothe the hangover.
Okay.
I don't know if soothe is the right word.
Yeah.
Continue. But
It's,
all right.
it's how you wean yourself off of hangovers. You get yourself tipsy again.
All right, sure.
Or drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
This is from an alcoholic.
Well, Lamel can't help the life he's lived. Adrid, as you wake up in the morning, quite a bit sooner than Anna did, you're awoken by the annoyance that is a countryside living. There are chickens.
The fuck?
There are chickens, okay.
They are loud and obnoxious.
Are they our chickens?
They are not. They belong to the establishment you were staying at.
Does Adrian live with us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Does
cows.
Dominic live with us?
Not many of them, but there are some cows.
Okay.
One of them is like,
No.
I got its head halfway in your window because you're on the first floor. Mm.
I grab some kind of like broom or something and just get out. Not in here.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right. Get out.
Kind of pulls its head out and slowly turns away.
Ugh. What a noisy morning. Didn't think I'd ever get used to this. I wonder what Lamel's up to. And I am talking to myself. And I'm gonna get up and look around the house for Lamel.
You could have been talking to the chicken. It's fine.
Lamel is making breakfast when you first find him. The second time you find him, he's trying to wake up his daughter. Unsuccessfully at first.
Just kind of watching you.
I take my gun out for a moment. And I'm like,
Nah, that is not something you can just follow up with. I'm trying to wake up.
yeah, no, and I'm like, do I? And I like have it like near her ear. I'm like, no, but
Lamel, save that for when she is much older. Then it is a fitting punishment to shoot a gun off next to someone's ear.
I feel like at that point it's a fair fight, but alright.
Exactly. In your words, fuck around and find out.
I think that goes
Holster's
well beyond
gun.
that, but all right.
What?
Yeah, that goes well beyond it, but all right.
you're
Dominus is awoken by the insistence of all over his door.
All right. It takes a moment or two. Get up. Go to the door and... Who is it?
It's one of the technicians. Sir? We figured it out.
Good. Take me there now.
He leads you.
I'm in like jammies basically.
That's fine, that's fine.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be one of those people who sleeps in your fucking armor.
No.
If he does, he knows what comes next. He will be stiff and unable to move very well.
The armor will do this fine.
And as I'm walking out, I turn back and I say, Beauregard, fetch my armor, bring it to me. And a little homunculus servant
Beautiful.
just kind of, and it looks kind of, I mean, almost like it's like halfling size.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a complete little clockwork, human, except halfling size. And very, very much gears go, and it just, kind of patters over and starts collecting pieces.
Okay.
Master gave me armor.
The master finally give me some skin.
Oh, that is cursed.
All I need is some teeth.
Master, when will you give me fingernails?
What the heck?
Oh,
All right.
come on. You can't say yours was any better.
This rabbit hole.
And he
is not
actually
too
already
far.
has fingernails. They are literally nails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're fucking Dominus's old one.
Oh, boy. Master, you seem to be out of ammo. Here, take this nail gun.
Yeah, exactly.
God, it's fucking gross.
No, it's a steel nail.
Yeah, steal
No. Your old
No.
Just a bunch of your fucking clippings glued together.
Okay.
All right, now we've gone into the deep end that can't be fished out of.
You want me to kill that plot armor too?
Why not?
Plot armor, please.
I mean, if you want to blow up Dominus's armor, that's on you. As you go actually relatively near the entrance, there's a junction that leads towards your office. And they open up a couple of panels in the side wall. And inside is this rat's nest of wiring and funnel pieces, switches, relays, everything's in there. And some of it is sparking, which is somewhat normal. But there's components in it that just looks like a canister about yay big. It's got two pieces of cylindrical glass, one over the other as a layer. And normally there would be an intermittent pulse going through, and there's like 4 of these things, and they're just scorched with like smoke, like something burned inside the glass and burned them out. Their fuse is
Yeah.
in the relay.
All right. As soon as Beauregard comes up and starts bringing, I, just start slapping the armor on. And he's just, he's assisting me where he can reach, so like my knees, and start getting it on. And as soon as I've got it all on, then I power it up, whole thing down, and I reach out and pop one of the fuses out, and hand it to him. And I said, I need 4 fresh ones. Off he goes.
As he's running, his head is kind of like turning and examining it, and he gets really close to a person, not looking at them, so there's no sense as to why it would actually be able to detect things, and he just kind of goes, and just goes right around him, like it's nothing. It's like the little mouse in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Things just wheeling around things. It takes you quite a while before it comes back. You start looking at the connections and things like that. The fuses themselves probably stopped at a much more, not catastrophic, but just a much more damaging effect.
They did their job. They protected the rest of the stuff.
The part that bothers you is that it was a backflow. These are only supposed to go in one direction. And something made it all back up. Takes you Takes you a bit to try to figure out some stuff and an investigation roll to get details.
Alrighty.
And this is where we screw up the first roll of the game.
Yep.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1. Roll a 3. Roll a 4.
How about a 5?
Yeah!
That's a total of a 12.
Okay. The panel itself, you realize after you kind of like look at everything that's going on, if you were to put the panel back on, it arced right out of the panel in a clean straight line.
I take the time to try to measure the trajectory of where that would have gone, where it would have hit the ground, if it continued on a straight path, and look for scorch marks of where that would have hit.
So, say this is the hallway, right? It's coming off the panel. It has a bit of a downslope. It wouldn't have touched the ground. It would have touched the corner on the other wall.
Okay.
You go to investigate. There's nothing there. No mark of any kind.
So then I just kind of go from where it would have come out, where it would have hit, figure out that line, and I'm going to make an assumption.
Okay.
Looking at this, something would have had to pull this energy out somehow. Something that would have, like a conductor of some kind that could have done. There's been nothing in this area but what's there, and it's a walkway. People would have walked through here.
If it passed through a person, it would have killed him.
Yeah. But odds are, if people walked through here, maybe someone had some kind of device on them that could have taken that. If so, when did this happen? I start thinking about the time frame.
Okay.
Who was going up and down this hallway?
Fucking Beauregard.
And I start trying to suss out who the possible suspects are.
You got
Beauregard.
3 potentials, because everything comes in triplet, just like paperwork. One is a technician that was coming through the general area that was letting you know they arrived at the gate. The other one was a functionary that was taking papers from you that had been needed to be reviewed for requisitions, and them.
Well, see, the functionary's been here quite a while. So has the tech.
You're trying to frame me.
I'm going to have to talk to them about this, just to see. Maybe something that they had with them that they didn't know its properties. That's my best guess for now. I'll just ask them about it.
Okay. How's breakfast, Anna?
It's okay. Dad's not really a cook.
It's very oily.
So it's passable, but
Yeah, the oil helps keep the bread edible. Otherwise, it'd just be rock.
How we managed to do that, I have no fucking
Bad
idea.
biscuits.
that's still
Yeah,
hurts
it's
me.
called a rock from outside that you put in a plate.
Lamel, would you like some cooking tips some other time?
No.
Please.
Are you sure?
Please.
This is the first time I've cooked in 8 years.
I would be glad to help, though. It would be very much a
I'd rather you just cook for me.
You know, it's good to get in the habit of knowing how to make a meal.
Oh, I know how to make a meal.
Not a good one.
You sure
That's
about that?
I didn't need for it to be good.
I did.
Other people appreciate it.
Conveniently.
All right, then I'll stick to making the meals.
There we go.
Yay, Mommy Adrit!
No. Uncle Adric.
Mommy Adrit.
Your mom lives with you.
Yeah, I know. That's Mom.
Yes, I'm Mom E.
You know what? Fine. I like this nickname. I think it's going to stick. Mommy Adrit.
Do not call me that, Lamel.
Why not Mommy Adrit?
I don't know. Pissant, Lamel.
It sounds like you're baiting me.
While they're distracted, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Sure. Who's surprised?
Oh, God.
I don't know what's
You
going
allowed her
on,
to create a chaotic
and I
8-year-old
haven't
dog.
for a while.
I let her play that 8-year-old.
Yeah. Oh.
Molasses starts dropping from the ceiling, and we're in difficult terrain.
Okay.
What?
Just for about
Molasses?
6
Really?
seconds.
That is so fucking gross. We're gonna have so many ants in here? Really?
Mommy Edgard is not happy with you right now.
Again, this is an in cold.
Yeah, and Pissant Lamel isn't happy about it either.
You know what? It just happened. I don't even care enough.
Oh, there's a
Where-
bear would be really happy to come in here.
Where are the cleaning sheets?
Well, I will say,
Starts
Biscuit
opening.
is
You're
like,
kidding me? We need
licking
a
the
shovel.
floor.
A cow sticks its head into the window in the hall.
Can I
No.
just let the cow inside?
I will
I can
say,
try to
so-
push out again.
yeah, we're be gone.
So right after
And he starts to lick the sidewall.
right after he attempts to push the cow out, the entirety of it fades away.
Just gone.
Goes and leaves.
in a day crescendo.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a sad cow.
Mommy Adrit, when did we get cows?
I keep explaining you're in coal.
Oh, I thought I was in my house.
No.
We are in a
That's
small town.
How the fuck was I able to cook in this random inn?
Because they let you.
All right, shit.
And I didn't care.
You are the great Pissant Lamel, after all.
no.
I believe it's pronounced pissant.
That's in the
Peasant.
southern portion of the
okay.
country.
Would explain the crust of bread.
Yes.
Lamel. How do you say Lamel in a
I would like to run
bad French
downstairs.
accent?
Don't ask me.
Lamel.
There you go.
I run downstairs.
I thought we were on the first floor.
You are.
She's now in the basement.
I run upstairs and then run downstairs.
So somehow you end up in the basement,
That's fine.
which is mostly just a storage place, and it has one of the storm door style things to go outside. Though they don't really use it for storm door, it's just an access because when the wagons pull up, nobody wants to bring it through the front door, around the counters, and then down the stairs. It's a pain in the ass.
Anything exciting in the basement, or is it all just like booze and food?
I mean, it's anything that this place might need: fence pieces, trellising.
Why are you telling her that I have
Extra
fans?
chairs. Extra
Actually, yeah,
Anybody
chairs.
down here?
Huh?
Anybody besides me down here?
Not really. There's nobody that needs it.
Alright, I'm gonna take a sip of alcohol and an apple and then go back upstairs.
I want to know how you get the cask open.
That
If you sage mage hand,
I-
I swear to
I know.
fucking God.
honestly I
Won't work
did.
anyway.
I was
but
waiting for it.
I don't know if I have it.
That, wait, that one might actually work. 5
I
pounds
do-
of force could do
I
it.
do have mage
If it's a
hand.
already open one, you didn't pop it.
They're not open down there.
Well, hear me out. I ask it nicely.
Command.
Fuck command, open.
I don't want to know.
Lightning bolt.
Oh God, what is no? That is not a good expression.
Did I give you a bad idea?
Yes.
Vortex warp?
Oh God.
To what? You can't see the fluid inside,
I'm
making
make
it a
a hole
non-valid
at
target.
the top and see fluid.
You could probably do it to the top.
Damn right I do.
Okay. So a 25-gallon thing of wine that is laying sideways
Yep.
suddenly loses the coopering right off the top of it. And you just get washed away in a very short but rather violent wave of wine.
Alright, cool.
Does someone smell wine?
Take a sip.
Not that fast.
I know.
You're going to take a sip off the floor?
I
Lapping
imagine
it up like a
I was
dog.
prepared for this and at least grabbed a cup or something, but I mean, sure.
You're an 8-year-old. I didn't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
You
thought
probably
so.
just did this.
That makes more sense.
Alright, that's fine. I'll do that. And then when I'm all done, I'm going to press the digitation myself clean and walk upstairs with the apple.
Please make a survival check.
Cool. 9.
It's all fucking crap.
And then some other number. Survival 11.
You do manage to drink some. Now I need that con save, please. Because it's fortified.
Power con save. 6. Doing great.
Okay. And then you go to cast... What?
Press the digitation to clean myself up. And then I grab an apple and I walk back upstairs.
DC 15 concentration check, please.
Nope. It's a 1.
You fail to cast it, but you think you're clean. You go upstairs.
Perfect.
You do lose the spell slot.
It's a
It's a
cantrip.
Never mind.
You do lose the ability to cast it ever again.
Nah, for a minute or two, but whatever.
I wasted 2 level 2 spells this morning already, so we're doing great.
Oh.
So you come back upstairs, somewhere where they're at, I'm sure, and you're drenched.
Oh yeah. But I have an apple in my hand. And I go and
Andrew,
I sit
can I get
down
a
at the
new one?
bar. Or not
Get a
the
new
bar.
child?
I go sit
Yeah.
at the table.
I'm not offering. I do not swing that way.
I didn't think you were physically capable of reproduction with me, but that wasn't my point.
37, 60.
I don't take you for the kind to know about the specifics of reproduction.
No, but I figure you're an outie and not an innie.
Moving on.
It's the deep voice that does it. Not because I've seen your ding-a-ling.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Adrian,
no.
you've known me long enough to know. No, I cannot
I know
shut
you
up.
cannot. But we have more pressing concerns. Why are you blueberry colored and smell like alcohol?
Schnozberry.
That is a lie. Tell me the truth.
So, if I go to check the wine cellar, there's not going to be a pool of wine on the floor.
Mm-mm.
So, if I find a pool of wine on the floor, I get to ground you till whenever I see fit.
Mm.
You might have to worry about more than that.
I put a gold on the table.
Yes, to pay for a...
I won't even waste the time on deception checks.
So it's going to go very simple. I'm just simply going to one hand on the shoulder, the other grasp in her hair. I'm just going to simply walk down to the wine cellar with her and ask the woman at the counter very nicely where her wine cellar is located.
It's over there.
Yeah, actually.
Would you mind coming down with me for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you.
She's like, got an apron. She's been chopping stuff for probably a while. She just came out from the garden, which is why this one wasn't seen. She's got a combination of dirt and food stuffs on her apron. Doesn't even put the cleaver down. Just confused. Just kind of walks. Mm-hmm.
I go down there. Do I see a pile of, or just a whole
Puddle.
fucking cat
everywhere. And there's a wine barrel, wine cask that's on its side.
Since my hands aren't currently bound, I'm gonna try to prestidigitation the wine barrel again. Make it clean. I know it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try. It's 18 on the die. I don't know what I was rolling for.
That actually works. DC 15.
That doesn't solve these.
No, but it does clean the barrel like in front of everybody. You just start seeing the barrel, the wine absorbs into it and the color fades back to its natural oakiness. I guess oak wouldn't be right.
Barreliness.
Probably hickory.
So it's very simple.
There's no wine on the floor, Dad.
Oh, there's crap on the floor. That's not a strong enough spell to clean up the floor.
So the first
I cast it
thing
again.
that's going to
700 times.
the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a good old slap on the back of the head. So I'm going to make an unarmed strike.
Wait,
Yeah,
what? I will ask you a question I haven't had to ask you yet.
Yes.
Do you pull?
Yes, I do. Barely, but yes. I'm not trying to physically harm her. This is reprimanding.
I don't think you have to roll to hit.
Yeah, I was like, you hit. You're literally holding me by my hair and my shoulder. You hit.
All right, so
Take one. We've gone from getting children drunk to corporal punishment.
ma'am, can you please figure out how much this wine barrel cost?
I need a mop.
No, you don't, because you're going to clean it.
Alright. I need my head to do that.
Push it forward. You're not coming up until that's clean. You got that?
Okay.
I think that wine barrel costs exactly as much as a house.
It's rare minx wine, yeah. One of 3 barrels left in the country.
Right?
And you spoiled it.
No.
No, it's delicious.
So anyway, as you go upstairs, the lady, dumbfounded for a moment, a little bit shocked, does meander after you in a much less controlled step, but not anything dangerous.
You're with the cleaver still in.
Her cleaver is still in her hand. She goes over to the counter and kind of just rests her hands down for a second, leaving the cleaver on the table. Your child is impressively strong or incredibly reckless.
Both. It's hard to discipline a child that has sorcery capable of magnificent things.
I usually need a pry bar in 20 minutes to get those things open.
The bad thing is I think she fucked up, because otherwise it would have been fine. That
That's
or there would have
a
been a
mess up.
hole in your bar.
Okay. The cask is about 100 gold.
I give her 300.
That's a tenth of a house.
299. I put 1 gold on the
Hold
table.
on. Let me check something
You
here.
son of a bitch.
Let me
I
check
mean, you can still give her 300 and the one
yeah,
stays
that's more
there.
gold than I made in the entire 5-year time scale.
I mean, it's a fortified wine, which basically makes it a brandy or...
No, I just rolled really low, remember?
Oh, but I'm saying that and it's also, 50 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a crap ton.
Let me break it down. 100's for the cost of the barrel. 100 is for the pain that this has caused, and I'm sure we have put upon you.
I mean, it's going to be annoying to order another, that's for sure.
And then the extra 100 is just medium apologies.
Accept it?
Hope
Can
we'll
she
have-
feed cows without hurting them?
Probably not.
Oh.
She's wonderful at destroying and manipulating, horrible at creating and fostering.
Like an idea seems to strike across her face. She can break things.
Easily.
Shit, I'm getting a job.
I put that energy to use somehow, right?
Can I actually hire you?
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, the Raylan house has been needing a demolition, and we can't get the equipment here.
Well, at least she'll be good for something.
Oh, fuck, Adrit, you're here. I suppose we could talk about it.
Sure.
It would...
My husband knows the details, but, I mean, she kind of walks over to where the front door is, opens it. You can see most of the town, just not the outskirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
The farm that's up there on that hill, the one that's right, kind of you can see the peak of the hill on the backside.
Mm-hmm.
The Raylan house is on the back slope. It's an old farmhouse, and I've been trying to sell the land for a long time, but it's been empty since about 7 years now.
If you want that area demolished, are you thinking scorched earth?
No, just a house
Building
collapsing.
Okay.
Just getting demolition experts out here and actually doing it without trashing the farmstead is problematic. About this time, a technician runs up. Kind of runs up, doesn't really run. It's kind of swift walking. Lamel.
No, incorrect. Lamel.
Lamel.
Who's Lamel?
Pissant Lamel.
There we go. Yes, Pissant Lamel. At your service. What do you want?
I'm Kylan. I work with Dominus.
Kylan, nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Yes, I came down because Dominus wanted to speak with you and your... Is there just two of you?
Yeah, really.
Okay. All right, so he wanted to speak with you about some odd occurrences that have happened at the main complex. I'm kind of here to escort you through security.
Okay.
I think we should bring Anna for this.
Bring a child through security for possible malfunctions to a power plant tied into the ley lines of the continent?
Are you starting to see how things are piecing together?
No, that sounds incredibly dangerous and stupid to bring a child into.
No, I'm more so suggesting the idea that when bad things happen, well, at least minorly inconvenient things, it is usually said child.
I believe for the brief amount of time that she has been with us, that's a very broad stereotype to brush.
What happened the last time she was at that facility?
She was being a dick and drained power
Yes,
and managed
exactly.
to create some weird
Mhm.
glass orb with
Yep.
a forge.
I will say, technically, the only one who maybe knows about the power drain is him. You guys don't know shit about
I was
it.
in
no,
the room.
you drained his
having
orb.
Yeah,
explained-
you drained him.
That was
right in
obvious.
front of everybody.
Just kidding, never mind.
I'm talking about the planet. They're talking about the orb.
Ah,
So, if
I stand
Dominus wants to speak with us,
corrected.
then I'm sure he'd like to speak with all of us.
Yes, but also sounds stupid.
Well, if we're not bringing her, I'm not making the return trip back to bring her with us again if Dominus requests it. Once we're there, it's just us two.
But we don't have to. If Dominus requests something, we don't have to do it. If he said, Adric, go climb this tree, would you climb the tree?
If it was a favor for him, yes. I am very good at climbing.
What if it were, say, jumping off a bridge?
If there is water at the end, and it is not too large a fall, and it was a favor for him, yes.
I see.
These conditions are amazing.
So if I asked you these same things, would you also do them if it were a favor?
No. You would have to do me a favor first.
I've already done you a favor.
What favor have you done?
You have work. And a house.
This is true. But what have you done for me lately?
House you.
I'm
And give you work.
it depends on the direness of the situation. But yes.
I think you're being incredibly biased here due to recency bias, but you know what? I will allow you to convince me this one time.
To bring her along?
Yes, Mommy Adrit. As I go to grab her.
Hmm.
You use the spell to clean everything?
Oh, yeah, fucking dirty.
Oh, okay.
Dirtier, at least, yeah.
Good odds by the time you get down there, she's found her way into the cheese case and has probably snacked on a few pieces of saying.
I don't even know if that would pick up on the mic.
I don't know. That was pretty high pitch.
Anna.
That was impressively high pitch.
That was nothing.
Oh, God.
You are aware I was punishing you, right?
It's getting clean, is it not? I'm still here. I haven't left. I feel like I'm following directions.
With the, you being such a smartass is gonna bite you in the ass one of these days.
Yeah, where do you think I get it from?
Not me. And I fucking drag you up. We're going to see Dominus.
I'm not done cleaning.
You'll finish it later.
Okay.
Also, you're gonna blow up a barn.
And I won't get in trouble?
Nope.
I feel like there's a catch to this.
He is
There
telling the
is.
truth, but there is a catch.
What's the catch?
I'm getting paid for you to do it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Don't promise her a good afternoon.
I'll take this punishment.
That's not punishment. That's your
Sounds
reward
like
if you act like a
punishment.
good girl.
Like, I won't blow up a building anyway.
It's really important which one.
Oh, that was not specified at the beginning.
A very specific barn.
Yeah, there's one particular building. I think Dominus would be really mad at you if you blew up.
I think.
I personally wouldn't, but
I think
I
countless
think the
millions
100-mile radius
would be mad
at you.
Which you're in.
maybe.
Well, if they're all
Well,
dead,
they
they
wouldn't
can't
be
be
able
mad
to.
at me.
The
Yeah.
spirits
Spirits might be.
absolutely can be mad at you.
Oh, no, it's
I
raining.
feel like the spirits would actually
They're all
applaud
gone.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
Minus the tree spirits, they'd be pissed.
It is a lot of death. It would not be applauded. I thought you would understand this much now that I've been helping you get in touch with your spiritual side.
Oh no, this is just me fucking with you.
Okay. Again, never mind.
Yeah,
that joke is past.
that's what I thought, Mommy
Mhm.
Adrit. Let's go.
I'm going to murder you.
And I you. But it'll be in friendship, so it's worth it.
I really enjoy playing Adrit after the 5-year time skip because I've been making it a point to like be better at common communication.
Mm-hmm. So, Kaylin takes you up through security. Effie briefly kind of like waves at y'all. Then proceeds to start totally reaming one of her soldiers for something. You guys get brought all the way up to the main complex where you were at just yesterday. You get checked in by reception, and then Kaylin basically goes, "We're going towards his office."
That
Okay.
much I thought was obvious.
Didn't know if you remembered where to go. Come with me.
You're guiding us, aren't you? I don't need to remember where to go.
Jen, Arcana.
15 plus the number.
Right.
19.
You feel as if something about the flow here has changed, and it's just slightly off being healthy. You don't know why. It's got sick.
It's not down with the sickness.
Ooh, ah.
So you eventually get brought to Dominus's door.
Come in.
Good morning, Dominus.
Gross, Dad.
Ah. Whew. Glad you could arrive. I have something for each of you.
It can't be more booze. It's too early.
Oh, no. That'll be later. Turns around. I grab 3 healthy fuses.
Okay.
I walk up and I go, for each of you, and I put one in each of your hands.
Okay.
Am I supposed to eat this or something? What?
Which one surges and pops?
I'm actually going to, in theory, specifically try not to do anything because I know he's already on to me.
Wisdom.
Seriously, Dominus, what do you expect me to do with a fuse?
15.
Okay. Nothing.
I'm watching all of them.
Uh-huh.
Insight check.
There you go.
I assume deception.
Yeah.
Is that good?
18.
16.
No, something doesn't seem right about her.
That's what I thought.
I got a little drunk this morning.
So
Oh, yeah. You should be rolling. Oh, no, wait.
I
First
take
level
them back. So, that's all I needed to know.
Thank you.
Don't worry. I'll make up the removal of the gift.
No need. I just have no clue what this was about.
You know something's off with
Some
your power.
young, yes, there is something off with the power.
I think I can fix it.
Yes, I can fix it
Well, then why'd you call me here?
because you caused it.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
No.
4 fuses popped in a line in a hallway that you 3 walked through.
Doesn't
Either
that cause, like, weird explosions?
Not necessarily. The fuses are designed to blow to prevent other things from being damaged. But in order for them to blow, an excessive amount of energy has to flow through them. And this happened to flow backwards, drawing directly out into the hallway where people were walking. The only people that walked around that time through that hallway were you 3, a tech, and an administrator, both of which I have had around here a long time and trust. I just needed to make sure that perhaps if one of you had something on you or some ability, and it kind of went to show that
So you just
young,
assume because
crazy
I'm
child.
a child.
You're a child that seems to have an uncanny knack with arcane power.
Well, that much is obvious, but all I know
Just
is I
because I'm
heard
talented.
you say blow, backflow in the hallway.
Yes.
And I think you need to have your men stop fornicating in the hallways. That's
No,
unsanitary.
they do that in closets.
Are you watching?
No.
I'm sure.
Then
Well,
how
they
do you
have-
know they're doing this in closets?
They have to sign
La
the
la
room
la
out.
la la.
I'm sure you're very, very interested in this topic, Lamel, seeing as you want a different child.
Anna, earmuffs from nobody.
Look, they have to sign out the room. You know, it's to relieve stress. They do what they do. It's all good.
It's all business.
Yep.
How,
If this is gonna keep going, Anna's gonna leave.
You know-
After all this time spent among you folks, I still find your jokes about mating to be abhorrent at best.
oh no, that wasn't a joke. That was supposed to be directed as a backhanded insult. In
It
a
is
loving
still
way.
a type of humor, right?
Maybe. Depends if you think it's funny.
I do not.
Then it's not a joke. Regardless.
All I am trying to say is that, young one, please do not mess with the powers that run through here, because you may find yourself and everyone around for a very large radius dead in the blink of an eye if you do the wrong thing.
I don't do wrong things.
Well, you did. You can
I
deny it all you
didn't
want,
blow
but
anyone up.
you could have
But I
very easily.
I am aware of this, but I didn't. It's an
Okay.
it's an action I take to not blow people up every day of my life.
Oh, really?
So, hold on, Dominus. I am curious here. She immediately knew something was wrong in here without the knowledge of this fuse test or whatever.
Yes. Which is useful.
Well, that's not what I'm saying here. Anna,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what's wrong or where it's wrong?
Sick power.
Sick power, dude.
My mistake. I thought she was going to say something that would make me proud.
Mhm.
And,
You should be proud of what she is capable of.
oh, believe me, every day I am thankful.
I think something you're drawing power from somewhere is not doing too great. And continuing to draw power might not be the smartest move.
See, that sounded smart.
Sick power.
That power's sick. Is
Fine. Why don't you show me where you see this power to be sick?
Did I have a
And that
location of
that
sick
will make
power?
up that will make up for you
It's kind of like a
blowing those
this
fuses.
direction, and you can start following it.
It's, and I start walking and pointing.
So she walks out of your office, which then goes deeper into the facility. You come up to one of the security doors that's there, to which you're going to stop in front of and try to probably figure out how to open it or whatever you want to do. But nonetheless, it's a steel door that seals. You would have the means, obviously, to open it. But once you get on the other side of that, you start going into one of the monitoring stations. There are 4 of them at each at different points. And then if she goes any deeper into it, you're either going to go towards a lab or you're going to go into the central core.
I open the door and I see which way she starts kind of leading us
I have
towards.
an educated guess.
Perception.
It's a 7 plus a number. Ooh, 7 plus 5 is 12.
12.
Okay. So, yeah, you slowly start heading actually to the lab. So,
That's not where I thought that was going.
Anna, you seem to be doing quite well. I think perhaps a little bit of mental assistance can be in order.
I feel like that.
Well,
Was
I
mean,
think
but
she's
all
fine
right.
because she is definitely fully mental.
Well, both of you got that message the wrong way.
Daddy, your friends are mean.
I'm aware. That's why they're my friends.
I was trying to help you spiritually.
I have
She
to
does
roll.
not care.
I have to roll again for something to be useful. So
so yeah, you head towards the lab, and of course that's sealed. There's technicians and researchers and everything here. A couple of them now giving some really confused looks at what you're doing with
just
quite
pointing.
literally not related
Yeah.
people.
And
But you're in
I'm
charge.
the
It's
boss.
okay. He's screwing my aunt.
They're confused.
Lamel fucking tries so hard not to laugh. Just hysterically. Just.
yeah, I'd
Good.
be red.
Okay.
That was a good one. I'm proud of that one.
That is definitely going to cause a bit of what? As the door opens.
And by the way, even though I have my armor on, to you guys, as you're looking at it, it looks like I am just wearing, like, a lab coat and, regular clothes underneath. And I hold my hand up, and then there's a, and then the door's open.
As they open, as Dominus is somewhat aware of this place, meaning he's been in here. The facility is set up as a bit of a dual-layered set of rectangles, but their walls are curved to cut them off on both sides. One is layered slightly down, the other layered slightly up. There's what looks to be glass with steel framing caging it on one side, separating the two. A series of 3 walkways going down that go up through glass doors. The upper tier is the equivocal of what we would consider a clean room for what this can get away with. It's not a true one. But nonetheless, the entire place is encased in glass. The curve that's here has also got glass that follows it. The glass is incredibly thick at half a foot, which is just excessive for anything any of you should have experienced. Some of the things they're working on in there you've not experienced enough to identify, but you'll have some relation because of the way your gun works. You'll recognize what the canisters are for reloading and stuff like that. Adrit's going to be more familiar with some of the odd things that nobody else is going to be familiar with, which is some of the spirits in here that some of them looked very well trapped, like they've been caged in things.
Yeah, he's sort of just got this subtle look of disgust on his face, as he usually does in technological areas.
That nobody understands because his face is a lizard.
I have human-ish expressions, thank you very much.
There are some others that you kind of see in here that you've not actually experienced before. And they don't seem to mind the place.
Well, how do I do that?
On the lower portion of it, it's kind of like a manufacturing line, right? You don't really have a full conveyor or anything like that, but you do have tables that go in a row. There's a piece that comes down out of the ceiling, components that are dropped down from it. You already know from the upper layers. They work on isotope canisters that then come down and they're put through testing down here. The 6 individuals that are each of the tables are essentially finding ways to make them fail. They have them inside steel containments with like a very narrow window in it.
Destructive testing.
Yeah, you can hear a static going off from like high voltage. You hear a whoosh from flame. You'll hear this vacuum sound when you get really close to it. It looks like, well, they do it right after the fire, so the fire instantly snuffs out, and it's really only visually you get that something's happening. But you see a thing on the side just plummet,
No.
letting you know
That costs too much
temperature's
money.
completely bottomed out.
Got an upper tier. and
Priya
a
makes
lower
more
tier.
money.
Yeah, you're just basically trying to find out how it's going to
So
respond to
the
temperature.
upper tier is named Lamel tier. and
Find
is
something.
already-
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't want to know what the lower tier name is then.
No.
Priya.
No.
Because she's clearly a bottom.
No, damn you! You beat me to it.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Y'all sick. Nonetheless, once the canisters are completed, there's a series of bins. One is clearly defective, one is not. The defective ones get dropped down into something below you. It's just a thing that's there, and you hear every now and then this, and the thing goes and just disappears. It drops into the floor. The ones that get full, somebody will come in, they'll pick up the case, and it gets walked out of the room. The other side of this room continues on a little bit further, as there's essentially maintenance areas on the backside of this quadrant of the structure. That's where you keep going, or where you keep feeling the pull. So she crosses the lab with a bit of brusqueness. Childlike,
Energy.
you just hear that.
The like 9-mile-per-hour run.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at the door, waiting for it to be opened.
Oh, when you get near it,
I imagine there's
it's
Ah.
it's.
I imagine I go until there's a locked door that I can't go through anymore.
You actually have to walk up to it, and the password to make it open is just go. Shh.
Smart ass. No, it opens because you already passed the security side of it, so it doesn't matter. There's 5 technicians, all in what looks to be sheets. It's got like a box on their head, like a beekeeper, and otherwise they're wearing sheets.
That's it ain't a cold. I don't know what it is.
And the room is colder than. It's kind of like when it, nasty freeze and snows come in the mountains. It's the same kind of cold in here.
If
So, young Anna, do you have any?
if it's okay with all of you, I think I will stay outside.
Understandable.
Can I
He starts walking.
can I alter self to give me a jacket?
Not technically.
Never mind.
Like you could be wearing one, but it wouldn't change anything in relation to what
Is
you're.
there a sheet or something on the ground? An extra beekeeper suit, if you will.
I mean, there's a what looks like a glass case that they're in. They're sized for adults.
Well, that's fine. I'm not gonna wear it. I'm just
You will now
gonna
look like
bundle
a
it around
ghost.
me.
When you start to bundle it, it doesn't fold up like a sheet. It crinkles like a tarp.
I angrily put it back.
Young Anna,
Cold.
I understand, but are you honing in on the source of the sick power?
It's too cold to tell.
This room doesn't go anywhere else.
But I would
So
imagine.
it's in this room.
That or the room above you.
Possibly. It's too cold to tell.
The room above you is part of containment, though.
Fine. I cast Absorb Elements on you. Cold.
Oh, how you do that?
Makes you feel normal.
Alright, sweet. I keep looking.
Doesn't take you long. There's a couple of regulators that are in there, and one of them is part of a main flow valve for this quadrant. It's in that panel.
All right, I begin to investigate it and see what I can find out.
Okay.
Nice. Nat 20 for a 27.
Oh, wow.
You're going to have to shut the quadrant down, as you learn very slowly. The necrotic energy that uses is a balance, right?
Mm.
The flow regulators basically determine how much needs to be there in regards to these sensors you've already built.
Mm-hmm.
The amount that is going in here is way exceeding the amount of radiant energy being controlled because you're not at production levels and it's running as if you are. You're basically
Shit.
slowly corrupting the ley line.
Yeah. Shit.
Told you it wasn't me. She.
What you did was bad. But as I
What you're
said,
doing also gonna blow
this-
people up.
this makes up for it. I go over to one of the side panels. Boop, boop, boop. 1 MC. Quadrant 3 must be secured immediately. All personnel proceed with beta protocol on Quadrant 3.
The boop 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 password you typed in. Can I see if I can see what it is?
Roll deception for me while she rolls perception. Or
This is-
sleight of hand, sorry.
This
Sleight
is
of
where
hand.
that guidance is coming in.
13.
That's the 4.
13 plus 4 plus
Okay.
whatever I was rolling.
You,
So
get,
the
you get the first 7 numbers of 10.
Actually, yeah, which is
You wouldn't get all of it.
3.14.
Son of a bitch.
It's pi.
Yep.
Only you fucking nerds would use pi. It's a goddamn password.
Damn straight.
I've done it before.
Thank you. You may have this back. It has done me well.
You are an asshole.
You guided her. It's
No,
on
this is
you.
good gameplay. is what
Well,
it
yeah,
is.
it is. It is.
I'm
All right.
acting appropriately.
Once the procedures begin, let's start doing the processing that's going on. There's enough of a fluctuation you pass out.
I pass out. Cool. I can't do anything. I'm unconscious, so.
Catch child.
That's reaction. Deflect child missile.
Fucking grabs her by the neck.
Catch Adrian.
I rolled high enough, I can now throw the child, doesn't it?
And she just passes out right near the controls.
She shouldn't be here.
No, we need to get her someplace. Let's take her to my office. We can lay her down on a cot there, or if you prefer to
No,
go
I
out,
mean, she shouldn't be in this building.
then let's get her out of here. My personnel have a handle on this. They know what to do. It's my responsibility for her being here and this happening. Allow me to go with you.
Sure.
I didn't even know what we passed out.
So, panning over, spending the time that it takes to take her somewhere. You start to have more visions.
Oh boy.
Start to keep drinking. We're fine.
We found the secret.
Not because
Get
of
the
the
No,
job done.
I'm totally kidding. I'm well aware. It's fine. Go
definitely
on.
not because of the drink.
Yeah, I know.
It picks up kind of where the last one left off.
Mm-hmm.
You feel. You don't know if it's true or not. It
Yeah.
just seems. As there is a creature with 6 wings and 8 eyes and a bunch of legs. And
Oh boy.
it's massive in size and it has been cowed but not defeated. It is trapped, not anything else. It's still resisting. There are 7 of you, including yourself, all around it at different points. doing your best to slowly petrify this being. It's thrashing, whining out, screaming at every obscenity it can imagine, attempting to curse you in every possible way it can. It takes hours, but your group does petrify this creature, where it does not get out. And the lashes and the chains that you use to snare it are all still there. Don't know exactly how much time passes. A lot, you imagine. But you know dreams. It's hard to tell anything. There are 5 of you, including yourself. You're inside what is now a very calcified dragon. Its mouth being a doorway, its stomach now being a lab. Dirt and sand have accumulated over its body for a long time, that there are now small trees growing on it. To the point where you wouldn't recognize the dragon if you tried. You know it's there. The 5 with you know it's there. Nobody else remembers it. Inside, its spirit still rages, strong enough that you feel it. And it's deeply tied to necrotic energies. It's fueling it, it's keeping it alive. But then again, it's keeping your nice and very safe lab from ever collapsing. And you can force this dragon's mouth open anytime you need to, so you can get to it. Not too much later, being up in age, you did not think you would bear children again, but you have. Everyone that's around you is doing everything they can to basically make it as easy as possible. The individual that you copulated with is lacerated on a table and quite dead. You give birth standing up in a pool. And there's the tree in the background, not far away. As the baby is born, a couple of them take and wash it in the waters that are there. And then it just vanishes.
The kid?
Yep, just vanishes.
Bye-bye.
Body dissolves of the would-have-been father. And you know that a portion of the ritual is complete, that an exchange has occurred. The baby will live. A life has been cut short. That baby grows up, eventually comes back. It too is pregnant. And it's there with its partner. Customs must be observed. 2 things have to occur. 1, they've had a child without permission. That is against the rules of the coven. It's also against the rules in the tribe. For when there's any sort of duel that has to happen between 2 individuals, the one that is stronger must bloodlet themselves to become weaker, so they're on even keel. But since you're the one insulted, that means it's you that has to do it. You strip some of your power from yourself intentionally, forcing it back into the ley line, then physically weaken yourself, so you're a fair match for what will be a new mother. It would be to first blood, but you were so much more powerful than her that distinguishing you from nearly dead in appearance isn't possible. The fight is very quick nonetheless. You still draw a single line. They never touch you. And you do it with magic, so it's a permanent mark. The ritual complete, you give them their requirements, which there must be a sacrifice to bring any child into existence, requires something else to die. You give them an impossible task. You make them go and chase down one of the sacred hearts, H-A-R-T. They somehow still do it. They come back. They bring its antlers, part of its pelt, and its actual heart as proof. Which is all they need to do. The exchange has been done. Baby gets born. Another generation is born. Hours pass for all of you. Anna wakes back up.
Anyone else hungry?
You know, now that you mention it, yeah. I am hungry.
I could eat.
I am done for whatever.
I feel like I'm eating for two.
Glad to see she's awake. And Lamel?
Where are we?
I don't know where they took you. I assume somewhere else in the complex.
Somewhere within Cole, yeah.
Okay. Probably
So
back to that inn.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the inn, not in that building.
Yeah.
Well, you're
No,
definitely not.
we left the building.
Okay.
Lamel? And I'd actually say this while she's still out.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I want to apologize.
Nope.
I'll hear you out.
Your daughter did something extraordinary today that could have prevented catastrophe. And I apologize that I was critical of her before. However, what she did initially was not the best of things, but it pales in comparison to what she did today. I am sorry that she is in this state at this time.
Dominus. What really I take away from this entire thing is, one, you're right, she's brilliant. If she gets to grow up, she'll be one of the most powerful people in this entire country.
I believe so.
And secondly, I'm not sure what happened while we were away from each other for so long, but for you to hold an investigation with very little evidence, it's your inference and a fuse.
There was more to it than that. But, again,
If you say so,
I apologize.
I'll accept that.
Thank you. Just trying to keep shit from blowing up.
Yeah, shit blowing up isn't always the best thing.
It is much more important than feelings.
Sometimes, yes.
I believe explosions being prevented always, yes.
What if it was a happy feeling explosion?
If it was the feelings of the explosion, well then I'd have to ask the explosion itself.
No. I mean, the explosion brings happiness.
Like fireworks?
Sure.
Well, what is the downside to fireworks?
They're expensive.
That is true.
That and they could hurt people. I once saw a cousin blow off a finger with some gunpowder in a little casing.
Noted.
He still fights real wonky because of it.
Yes.
Can't quite grip a sword.
I understand.
He insists that he does so, though. Fucking idiot.
Anyway, while we're waiting on her to wake up then, after that, Dominus goes ahead and pays for the accommodations for the night for them, if they haven't already been taken care of.
Are we, like,
as well as...
is this town far away from our house?
Half a day.
Oh, okay.
And then goes ahead and pays ahead of time for a meal, because we don't know exactly when she's going to wake up. So, meals paid for whenever we're ready.
I will say, we will need to head back to the capital if you actually want me guarding your facility. Because I do need to make those preparations. So tonight will likely be the last night we're here if we don't leave, if she wakes up soon.
I actually need to go back to the capital for a brief amount of time myself.
Well, then that lines up perfectly.
Say about 30 seconds, yeah.
Long enough to journey with you and deal with some stuff and then come back.
No, I mean your business in the capital, about 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I am just along for the
Yes.
ride still.
My business in the capital, approximately 5 rounds. I mean 30 seconds.
What?
He's fucking Priya.
Sex
It's only
joke.
5 rounds long.
Wow. So you do end up waking up. You spend probably the better part of the morning and some of the afternoon out.
Do I regain spell slots?
No.
Long or short rest equivalent?
Well, no, you wouldn't. Short rest, definitely.
Sweet, I'll take it.
Anna wakes up.
I give her a big hug.
Okay.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little one.
Didn't know I died.
What is your favorite animal? I have neglected to ask that all these years.
Is it a ferret?
Is it a
Yes,
fox?
It is a fox.
What does the fuck say?
Look at this. And I start to play with the dinner that we have at the restaurant. Like, it is a fox.
You can tell him it was a bad impression of a fox.
You know I have a fox, right?
Right, but I thought that playing with food is something that 8-year-olds enjoyed.
She likes eating food. She got that from me, at least.
I think it would be concerning if she did not like eating food.
Can I go?
That seems pretty normal to me.
I stand up from the table.
I think I may have made her feel uncomfortable.
I walk outside. There are cows outside.
Mhm.
I feed the cows.
Yay!
I do not feed them steak, don't worry.
Not trying to make cannibals. I mean cannibals.
No
I
cannibal.
I feed them cow food.
Cow food.
Okay.
Grass.
So what time are you planning on heading out?
Well, if it took this long for her to wake up, we might as well stay the night. Traveling this late down these back roads. It's not necessarily dangerous, but
Not
Tedious.
advisable.
convenient.
Not advisable.
Tedious is definitely a word that could describe it.
Boring.
That too.
Dark.
That as well.
Boring.
Also, again, yes, boring.
With their conversation, how long do I have with these cows?
As long as you want.
1 hour?
Oh no.
I suppose so.
Biscuit's with me now.
Oh, okay.
Transmute cow into pile of flesh.
Yikes.
It's called a slaughterhouse.
If it says laughter house in the middle of it, then why is there so much carnage?
It's horrible.
Cow become ground beef.
And then I keep feeding the cows.
All
All
right.
right. So you guys travel the next day is the plan?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. You make it back to the capital just after noon-ish.
Next day, you say?
Yes.
Thank you.
I didn't know if anyone was going to do anything, so I didn't want your spells back yet.
I do.
You get back, and as you're coming into town, going up towards your estate, there is a man with wavy dark hair, a little bit of a scar here. It kind of comes down. It would be nasty if his face wasn't handsome to begin with. It just kind of makes him look rugged instead.
She gives him more character.
Yeah, a
So
little
much
more
hotter
character.
now.
Like Anakin Skywalker hot. Yeah.
some more character, kind of like a
I think
non-player
Skywalker's
character.
not hot.
No.
What?
Yes, he is. You're crazy.
He's in Magister's uniform,
He
but
doesn't have enough beard.
parts of the uniform are replaced with actual armor. He's got accented silver and little bits of gold on what is more or less this dark, navy blue armor set. Pauldron's got this like patch of the color. The rest of it's got this silver trim with like gold accents to it. Does not wear like a mantle that Magisters typically would, but Magisters don't typically wear armor. He has a very obvious military tabard for the one of the Inquisitions as well.
Is it still early in the morning when I see him?
It's just afternoon.
Okay. And do I recognize him whatsoever?
Yeah, there's no reason you wouldn't. His uniform is like, oh, now you're in uniform. Got it. Past that, he's obvious. His hair does drop down enough. He could tie it up. It kind of does like one of those, around, but he could pull it up into a little tail if he wanted to be of the time.
Even more beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, sure. As it is, he clearly doesn't take efforts to fully groom himself. It's like it's an intent to make it look this way. It's fit an individual, too, as far as you can tell. Not athletic, though. Big difference.
I suppose we begin walking up towards my door like I'm just going to unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see you there, handsome.
Fuck you, Lamel.
You love me and you know it.
30 years and counting?
God, are we that fucking old?
Unfortunately.
Ha.
Shut up. You want to come inside?
Sure.
Click. Door opens. We walk inside, I suppose.
You're familiar already with Kuno. He has been back and forth over the last 5 years or so.
Kuno Adler.
Dominus would not have gotten the chance to meet him as when you would have the separation occurred. And
But do you say that name out loud? Or do I hear that name?
no, because they're so friendly, there probably wouldn't be a reason. Adrid might.
I suppose I'll do introductions regardless. This beautiful man is Kuno Adler. This not quite as good-looking man is Dominus. Calum, right?
Yes. And you said Adler, correct?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can I insight Dominus for that?
Probably. I don't know if
You
Dominus.
should always try.
Yikes.
I rolled a 3, so never mind.
Yeah, that I didn't even hit.
It's like he could roll 1, but all right.
I mean,
I'm pretty
I
sure.
could roll really low, so but I didn't.
Let me kitsch you a number. Oh, the 8.
Yeah, I got that. Normal, boring, stone-faced Dominus, as always.
You're like most slightly above average looking
Also,
guy
you say as always. I've met you twice, and you've been mean to me both times.
Hilarious.
I got a 14 charisma. Slightly above average, man.
It's fucking slightly. It's higher than mine somehow.
Yes, it's a higher number.
Or I suppose, yeah, that makes sense.
Bro, I'm fucking beautiful.
What did I miss?
Charisma is directly tied to how good
Kuno
you are.
basically
Damn right it is.
was visiting the house. He's still there.
It's just kind of a...
You've met the individual,
Guideline, just in case.
Alright, so who the
which is
fuck?
what I was describing.
who the fuck
He's
is
one of
Kuno?
Lamel's
I
friends
know
from when they
him.
were
I know
younger.
Kuno.
He's my childhood
Okay, making
friend.
sure.
We grew up
I've
together.
heard it about a bajillion
And
times.
he's
That's fair.
involved in the Inquisition. Not that you would know much
So-
of that.
Yeah, and he works for the Ministry of War as well.
And when you make the introductions, Dominus goes, any relation to Caleb Adler?
Directly? No. But yes.
Oh, anyway, I like standing in silence too.
Sorry, my bad. I actually came for a purpose, and
Well, most
I don't-
people come on purpose, but
well, I mean, I did come to bullshit like always, but did have a purpose.
That's scary. Anyways.
I got word that I'm supposed to investigate something your company's doing. And they picked me to do it because,
Because I just
history.
want to wave it off, yeah.
And I'm not sure this time.
Really? Are they testing you then?
Possibly.
See if you'll rat out a buddy. But regardless, what are you investigating?
You remember your friend Richard?
Friend is
He was a friend. Yes.
kind of.
He was an acquaintance.
No, he was a friend.
No, business associate.
Look, he was my friend, okay?
He was his
Good
friend.
for you.
Acquaintance otherwise.
I guess the important question I have to start with is, did he have any attachment whatsoever to the Manhattan Company?
No. I didn't even subcontract him for anything. The company was started probably a year after I ended up not seeing him again. He went out on some deployment, I remember, because he joined back with the military for some stupid reason.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Okay, I was just curious. Are you aware of any activities he was involved with for 6 months prior?
He would occasionally talk about work, but it wouldn't be any details. He would just talk about a name and a face. How he hadn't seen them in a while. Nothing that would be relevant information in any way.
Okay.
I probably can't even remember all the names. He had so many fucking contacts.
Did you have any awareness, any of you for that matter, that he was involved with what he was involved with regarding the vicar that was killed in the Hall of Ancients?
I had no knowledge beforehand, but I had heard stories after it
I was in
happened.
the room.
Like what
Who's
kind?
he in the context?
Well, just
Richard.
Okay,
very
that's what I was
vague
asking.
stories about how he killed the vicar that was part of the Queen's Guard, I believe. Yes, the head of the Queen's Guard. Well, and maybe it wasn't him directly, but the group that he was working with.
I think I was out fighting when he came back to get his stuff, but I don't even remember seeing him off.
Yes, I honestly have been preoccupied with my work.
Well, we only just saw you recently, so
You get a pass.
Thank you.
That's good to hear. I mean, you guys don't have to worry about it.
yay, another thing I don't have to worry about.
Well,
I'm sure there'll be more to come.
yeah, it's guaranteed that there will be questions. I guess my fun question here is, did you really take a contract with your sister?
I did, yeah. She's done me enough favors, I kind of owed her.
Man, your family.
They're great, aren't they?
Is there something that Priya did?
No, all the years of known the man, his connections to his family, a dumpster fire looks better.
Dumpster fires can be quite poetic.
Lamel, shut up.
Insight check is to see if he is insulting
Yeah, go for it.
their family,
Yeah, go for it.
especially Priya.
I don't think you need to. It's a yeah.
Got
Net 20.
anyway.
Nat 20 plus whatever.
Yeah, there's no need for an insight. I'll tell you all. Fucking
No.
the
If
problems of our
he's
family.
insulting your family.
Oh, he is, yeah.
And specifically Priya.
It's more generic than targeted. It just so happens to relate to her because she's the subject of it.
Okay. Dominus still gets a little bit. You can. It's not hard to tell. There's no insight needed. It's kind of honestly, he gets a little bit ruffled.
His chest gets a little tighter.
Yeah, he's a little bit.
Leans a little bit more forward, like he's going to do something.
A little bit in his
Don't talk about
looks
my
like
girlfriend.
completely civilian clothes, but no.
Dominus just got froggy.
Mhm.
No, Dominus has feelings. That's cute.
Well, I do have something I need to take care of.
Need or want?
No, I actually have to.
Okay.
There's a cream for that.
But I have to do it.
That was good.
I had to.
But I have to do it relatively quietly. And I thought you'd want some coin.
I'm always in the market for money.
Cool.
What's the job?
Did you guys shoo me out of the room or am I in this conversation?
I think you're just kind of attached to my hip, like you always are in these situations.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably there.
See, I'm supposed to crack down on something.
Something or someone?
Yes.
Okay.
Familiar crap. It's
You got a
always
name?
familiar crap. Pulls out a small book. It's really tiny. It's like this. And it's like, Murda and Oligar.
Those names ring a bell at all? No, I don't think so.
Apparently, they're somehow connected to the Resistance, which is interesting. And they've been funneling goods to them.
You mean that fucking crappy resistance is actually somehow a thorn in your side?
Mine?
In
No.
your station?
Mine specifically, no. But you see, Vegas is still trying to get the position solidified. He's supposed to become Vicar next month. That's going to be a big deal. And me as his right hand means I have to deal with the crap he would normally. So here we are, dealing with the crap that he would normally. And I have to do it as a dark op, which is really annoying.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to subcontract it and throw us on there, sure.
Yeah, I don't want to do it officially.
Oh, okay. Under the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in, you help me and you can keep whatever we find.
Works for me.
Provided I don't have to turn it over to R&D.
That's fine. I'm not interested in technology.
Your friend is.
I wasn't sure we were going to include someone on Priya's payroll. And to that extent. But
Should be fine. It's
Alright.
resistance related. I mean, if it was something else, then yeah.
You still know how to shut your mouth?
Ooh, that hurts. And on that note, we're going to go for a brief break. And they're apparently going to go on a dark op. So, we'll be back in a moment. Remember, there's super chats out there, so if you want to go ahead and do that, we might find interesting and ridiculous ways to put it out there. One way or another, we will read them off for you. And if you're in the chat, feel free to be lively. Give us some a little bit of love with some comments. Tell us what you think. And maybe give, advantage if you have the points. That's right. If you're on Twitch, you can spend points to give advantage to myself if you really want to, or any of
Or to
these
one of
people.
us.
They'll love it. Otherwise, we'll be happy to engage with you in chat as well. See you in a moment. All right, and I believe we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
That doesn't work.
Pie. Oh boy, what flavor?
3.14.
Pie flavor.
Yes.
Okay. So
Good ASDF reference.
Thank you.
we're back with all four of our not heroes.
Oh, come on.
Fine. 2 not heroes and 2 wannabe heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. I'll leave it
Which
up-
is which? We'll never tell.
We'll never know.
We
I'll
could
leave it up
never
to the
Lamel.
audience.
What?
So, doesn't look like we had any super chats, but that's perfectly okay. Welcome to the stream there, Renegade Fury and Brandy. Pretty much appreciate you all being there. Feel free to give us some messages.
Yeah.
I will say hi and everything else. All right. So Kuno has this little mission of sorts. You'll find those that are watching, you will see a map. Ooh, a map. We were going to be using this map only for visual references. It is not a gridded combat, even though I can't remove the grid from the picture. So, nonetheless, that evening, after being filled in, which we're going to fill you in on, a few important things. The amount of individuals you're looking for seem to be in around 10. Kuno has no direct support, but he does have people on standby to capture after everybody's been ID'd and or subdued. The only two individuals that need to be captured have already been named, which is, I think you guys got, right?
Mm-hmm. You
Berta
have
and
us names.
Oligar.
What was it? Say again?
Berta and Oligar.
Okay. I'm just testing.
Dominus doesn't keep notes.
I'm a child. I don't need to pay attention.
Out of curiosity, is the child going with?
No idea.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course.
The 8-year-old's got to get practical combat experience.
What better time than a resistance?
I just want to do this before it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
So in advance, Adrid is going to go to Anna and say, just because you've not done this before, I want to make sure that you are safe. So take this, and I'll do us a little prayer. And I give her one of the platinum rings, and I cast Warding Bond.
Okay.
Just to tell you what that does, Jen.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Spell wards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends. While the target is within 60 feet of you, so I tell you, try not to stray 60 feet away or else it'll end. It gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage. Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. The spell ends if you drop to 0 hit points, or if you and the target become separated by more than 60 feet. It also ends if the spell is cast again on either of the connected creatures. You can also dismiss the spell as an action.
But hold on.
You're
So
sharing damage.
Yeah.
I'm
60 feet.
resistant to all damage, or I take half, you take half.
Well,
The
you
second,
take half,
the latter.
and I... Well, no, she's resistant to all damage, but whatever damage she takes, I take.
Yeah.
So it...
So if I take 10 damage, are you also taking 10, or am I taking 5 and you're taking
Okay.
5?
You're taking 5. Whatever damage you take,
Mhm.
applied after resistance, I also take.
So
So
if you have
both are correct.
Yes.
In other words, it's half the amount of damage, and then
Okay.
you each get that.
Don't worry,
much.
you only gotta worry about you having resistance. I'll track the me taking damage.
Also the +1 AC.
And just saving throws.
Keep in mind where 60 feet is, because I didn't plan to get physical.
It's
Well,
getting physical.
In that case,
We'll find out.
I might just give it to Dominus instead. Well, you're not like really a frontliner, right?
I'm more of artillery support.
Okay, so then I choose Lamel. Lamel,
Here
you're
you
the one
go.
who gets
Here
that.
is your stat.
You get a +1 to AC
I wrote
and
it
to your
down.
saving throws.
The monk with 19 AC. Wait,
And
I get
resistance-
+1 to saving throws?
+1 to all saving throws as well, yes.
I get +2 to all saving throws because of my fucking cloak. Oh, that's great.
That's okay.
And then you take half damage, but I also take it. But good news, I have healing spell.
It goes
I
right
used
on
one of my
your-
infusions, and
that's-
so now I actually have an AC of
that's
22.
what this one is.
Sus?
That's-
How am I supposed to think sus is +1 to saving throw?
That's a V. AC and saves, SVS.
You tell me that's a V.
It is, I just did. I'm 8, what do you expect?
Sus.
She still has some homeschooling to work on.
So yeah,
apparently.
don't stray more than 60 feet, please, if you can help it. But I'll be up front too, because that's what
And- I recommend stand behind me and do whatever magic you wish to do.
You
as
say,
use me as
you
cover.
guys say stand and close to,
Just
like,
use me as cover.
alright.
Alright, that's all I want to do in advance, if that's alright, Andrew.
I won't stop you.
Okie doke.
You know you're going to end up in a fight.
Yay!
And initially, Kono is going to explain the following. So we don't have a whole lot of details on who these two individuals are. I do know that Berta specifically is one of the hand workers on the river. So we're going to be going slightly down outside the capital into the lower parts of the outer city. Additionally, I'm loosely aware that they are attached presently to a couple of carpentry guilds. Some of the stuff is being sent upriver, so we'll know by the cargo where the intended is. Not too much stuff gets shipped up in the North Reach at all. So if we can identify which dock that's on, we'll have no problem narrowing down from there. There's not a lot to work with past that. The only other intel I have as of right now amounts to we are aware, based on a combination of just intelligence gathering, locals, and a few other things, that there is at least 2 corpse knights near the capital. This is not something any of you are trained to deal with. I'm fairly confident, at least in your skills, Lamel, and your judgment, so I'm a little concerned about you bringing your daughter with, but from what I've experienced over the last 2 years, I'm fairly certain that as long as we keep anything from getting to her, they're not going to have a good day anyway. So,
Oh, believe me, she's the last person they actually want to run at.
yeah, but they may be the first one they try, not knowing better.
So,
Well, set a good example.
just to clarify, this Berta and Oligar, we are trying to capture them?
Preferred.
Okay.
Does capture mean alive?
Yes, it usually does. Unless you have a ridiculous way to make the dead tell a lot of tales. No, there's no other options.
Adrid actually has that option.
Lamel, he is our ally. This is actually information we'd like to share.
Adrit, with all due respect, saying shit like that isn't exactly great regardless if people are allies or not.
I do
We'll
not
say,
care
I
if it is
imagine this
taboo.
Holding is
It
happening
is not
in front
taboo
of
within
him.
my own culture.
I'm going to pretend that my requirement as an inquisitor does not hear this.
We're doing under the table stuff, no?
That doesn't matter. There are some things you don't say out loud. And
Understood.
telling an inquisitor that blah 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 blah. That's not a great idea.
We didn't tell them blah, 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 blah. We told them something specific.
Dominus, I asked if you remembered how to stay quiet, yes? Good.
Am I the best member on this team somehow?
No, I'm here.
He is very full of himself.
Anyway.
That's not what she said, but it's very close.
I mean, it still could be.
Title of your sex tape.
Still could be.
Wow, that's going to go bad. You guys travel in a simple merchant cart. It's laid down with some of the pieces that you would expect a carpenter guild to receive, i.e. a couple barrels of nails, some lag pieces, cutting tools, a few other ends and bits, including hand drills and the like. As you're traveling along, up in the front for certain is Kuno, who's traveling up in the front and the driver with him.
Oh, he's coming with us?
He has to.
Yeah, it's his operation.
I just thought he was,
Nope.
delegating.
No, he needs extra bodies.
He
to
needs
help
bodies to help
Yeah,
him.
I thought he was delegating, not
No.
recruiting.
No, you're coming with.
I imagine I'll be catching up with my buddy.
So you up front?
Yeah.
I figured it would be you, yeah. It makes most sense.
Just to clarify, that whole wording bond thing I was doing, I would want to make sure I cast it when Kuno is telling us, like, oh, we're coming up on where we have to be. Because it only lasts for 1 hour.
Reasonable time frame.
You will have a couple of points in which you may be able to prep.
Okay.
I will not outright tell them, but you'll
Right.
figure them out, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
As you approach this small area that's not really a town, it's meant as an extension of the farmlands on the outside skirts of the capital. If you're coming along the river, though, there are some places where people actively live. There are some places where there's open pasture. It's not a lot. It's mostly pastoral in the sense there's animals, not crops. There's a couple little small fishing guilds along the side that use simple net trapping, and a couple will go online, but most of it's net trapping. And then there's a set of docks and a few, not really warehouses. They're more like just houses that have large sheds that hold on materials. Any hauling that has to be done for large timber coming down river or otherwise is usually actually brought to a mill. This area doesn't actively have one. Everything that's here is cut and processed already, or it's being shipped somewhere. As you're already aware, Raidus down in the south sends a lot of guild-related materials up and down the river. So raw goods commonly travel down the river, processed goods will travel back up. Traveling up meaning way the hell longer for flow reasons.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you have 6 docks in total to try to investigate and about 9 homes that are attached to the docks. There's 3 main large sheds that would count as a warehouse, and then a fourth that could be one. And it looks more like it's attached to the fishing guild than actually anything else. There is one guild house here, and it's meant for the Ministry of Industry for regulating purposes. It doesn't actually house a specific guild. Levies and taxes, if you will.
Is this a covered wagon that we're in?
Yeah, it should be.
Is there like a, some kind of access to the front, like a, so you can like talk
Yeah,
to
it's
the
one of
people in
those.
the front?
It's a wood hutch one with canvas cover.
Okay, and then we can talk
You
to
have
people in the
slots.
front, but still kind of be hidden in the back. I'm going to ask Kuno some questions about our quarry to try to, I guess you could call it, investigate what the most likely location to start with would be.
Also, maybe do we know what they look like so I know who not to shoot?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of detail. Berta's been a working woman most of her life, so she's going to be muscular, but not in a way somebody that trains to use it for show.
Not like Lamel, where he trains.
It trains for show
Well,
as
he
much
trains-
as use.
And use. So
We're talking about somebody that would look like just a very big and strong-looking person, but not muscular.
okay.
They got that fat because they eat good.
She's probably, from what he knows, she probably is about the size of the average man. And keeps her hair at worker's level, so it's out of her face, out of the way. Wasting time to tie it off when you work on dock sucks. So short capped in some way. Intelligence is a few weeks old as to exact appearances, so you won't know much past that. They're going to be in workers' related clothes or peasantry clothes. Peasantry being the lower end of society. There's no reason to be fashionable. She's a working woman. There's not a point. As for the other person, he works with the guilds, and he's a bean counter.
Okay.
So not the kind of person that works out in the sun, not going to have any sort of, common things about that. Also doesn't lift and push around things daily.
So out of the 6 docks and 9 houses, you said, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
he is most likely going to be in one of the houses.
That or the guild hall.
He's a bean counter, so he would be at a desk, more than likely.
Well-
Not to say a desk couldn't be in a warehouse, but
Well,
But
it
also-
could be in a warehouse, but he's not going to be out on the dock itself.
It depends
That's
on
fine.
the time of day we're doing this too.
You're coming in late afternoon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was nighttime.
That's because I can't make
No,
it
you're good.
brighter.
That's what my
Yeah.
brain assumed it was. So
I want to say it would be at this point that I cast Warding Bond, and then also at 3rd level I'm casting Aid. So you get 10 HP max, 10 more max HP, you get 10 more max HP, and I get 10 more max HP.
So over at max, you got it.
oh, I do heal that one point that I had.
Yeah, we had a long rest before we left, so
You would have.
I forgot I took damage. You said hit points. I was like, oh shit, I don't got none of those.
yeah, we had a long rest before we left Cole. So
no, I did the spells.
Up in
I
front like Kuno.
ignored the hit points.
Huh?
And you get close to the town and everything. Kuno takes a moment, takes a very purposeful set of breaths. As he does, he gets a visible aura. He's done this a couple times in the past, but there's not enough to see anything. It's more of just this soft haze that comes off of his skin. Some of the clerics of Gabor can do this. You've seen Inquisitors are able to do it. It's something they're all trained to do. What it exactly does depends on the person using it at any given time. It seems reasonable that Dominus has seen this, but the others, there's no reason you would have. And it's like this faint white haze. When you burn key, it comes off in varied colors depending on your intentions, and it only shows up if somebody's actually actively looking at that energy moving around. There's no obvious thing in a normal world. This is one of the few things that clearly tells you somebody has some magic. And what he's doing, Adric can tell a little bit from the slide and everything, he's subconsciously asking spirits to basically sit on his body. The ones he's pulling in, though, are a little unusual. A lot of them are the kinds of spirits you would see doing kind of like what a grasshopper or a frog would do in reality. But the idea that they can do these long hops and almost like reach out heavily and then leap huge distances. Or a small flightless bird that is very good at watching its feet when it moves, like a piper would on a beach. And they run up and down, and they're perfectly capable of knowing when the waves are coming. Mm-hmm. The spirits that you can sense that are there don't have any specific forms, but there's a couple of distinguishing features that let you know that that would be something they're about. And they just kind of stick to them like they somehow are adhesive and just kind of meld on them. He doesn't notice it outside of what you do, which is the little bit of coloration. When his eyes do open back up, there's this soft blue electricity that's just slowly dancing around in the sclera for maybe a minute, and then it goes away.
You had to make yourself hotter, Karen. God damn it.
Do you want me to help you too?
You can't help me.
Apparently not. You got a daughter out of all the playing around we did.
You know what scares me more than anything?
Me?
There's more.
Damn right.
It's okay. There's probably one of mine too. If I found him, do the same thing you're doing. Take care of him.
I'm actually going to, at this point in time, use the glamour function of my armor to switch the fact that it looks like, kind of the lab clothes and stuff to switch it to look more like standard laborer clothes.
Okay. You can do that. Anyone else got some preppy work?
I imagine we were at home and I had time to change and stuff before I left, yes?
100%.
I put on the closest thing I could find to a ninja outfit.
So the closest thing that you would know is a ninja, because there's no ninjas,
I know.
obviously, is probably the equivalent of a cat burglar
I'll take it.
or a gem thief.
Yes.
So you're wearing this blue and black clothing and spent the time, probably with your blacksmithing at some point you've made one of these things.
I got 5 years to do it. It's fine.
Right? And it's basically this band that starts here and kind of goes most of the way around, and it would kind of act like a circlet might, but it covers and comes down on the front side from ears to here and kind of forms your face a little bit. The first time Lamel saw it, what did he think?
I would see that my daughter tried really, really hard at this, and I would act terrified and run away.
Okay. She is once again putting this on. You pull up a little bit of a hood and use the circlet part of it because it's heavy and it's metal to kind of hold it there. You put on some gloves that have like over padding on them. They don't give you good grip, but you thought they might, and you still have this thought. And then otherwise you basically just wear padded clothing that's like 3 or 4 shirts that have been sewn together.
Solid.
You'll be a little warm, but you'll be stealthy.
That's all I need.
Remember, Lamel, stay close.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep up.
I don't need to prep that now. I'll be fine.
The only prep I'll do is I see my fucking beautiful bro kind of use this breathing technique to...
You'll give him a little kissy?
No, I'm not going to give him a little kissy. It'd be a big kissy if I was going to give him one. But I sort of imitate his breathing and try to center myself and not copy his technique, because obviously I don't have the capability of doing so, but more so realize the practical function of my energy and see if I can push it out. Try and make it more efficient when I do end up making a fight.
Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
We're still in the wagon, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pulling up to the area that you're going to.
When we get ready to get out of wagon, I'm going to cast something, but until then.
That's a 14.
Yeah.
You
I'm
feel
going
your
with that.
ki
I'm thinking
go
the same
outside
thing.
your body briefly. Like a small vapor comes off of you.
Perhaps before we
It's-
hop out of the wagon. But
Only perceptible because you feel it on your skin.
Mhm.
You're pretty certain it's not visible. But it does happen.
That's weird.
You have no idea if it conveys any sort of benefit. It just occurs. You feel a little bit warmer, though, for a little while. Probably half hour or so. Okay. So, as you guys arrive to the operation area, let's call it that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any last things you're going to do before you get out of this wagon?
Before I climb out of wagon, mage armor.
Okay. Less than an hour, right?
8 hours.
Oh, you could have cast that whenever.
Yeah, but I didn't know how long we were going to be on the road. I'm a child. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
There.
I'm estimating that maybe we'll be within an hour, so I'm going to go ahead. Spend a second level slot and cast.
Someone can't get around
See
Route 9.
invisibility.
See, you're in.
See invisibility.
Ooh, we're swinging with some big guns today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when you pull up the wagon, it's actually at the guild building to make things look official enough. Kuno cannot wear a lot of the stuff he was wearing. So he doesn't have on the tabard of the Inquisitor. It's just a really stupid decision. His armor has been traded out for reinforced leather. It's still in the same shape and general design, but it's only tanned just enough to be functional. And it's worn. This has been beaten into oblivion for years and years and years.
It's just old training armor.
Probably, but it doesn't look like that to anyone that doesn't know that. Especially since the back of it has been like rolled creased, so that way it stays in shape and it keeps that roundness. Because you can only boil leather and have it survive so long before heat and sweat starts warping it again.
Leather is,
Yeah, the best odds, it still doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it moves more like cloth, and it probably doesn't provide the full protection it should, but it's there. He's got on wader boots that will be designed if he gets wet. He's going to be at least feet dry for a little bit. And he has no weapon on him of any kind. He did. He had what looked like a short sword, but he threw it in the wagon with the armor and everything else that's now been put in a security chest.
Okay.
Which actually has a rolling 5-digit combination on it, and he throws it in there and locks it.
Did I open it?
You try?
Yeah.
Slide it in.
It's a 19 on the die.
Someone's got to get her about 10 more years of life and about 20 more years of common sense.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay. We're going to say that you managed to get it open.
Your lock's not very good. No, close it.
Do you spin the numbers or anything, or you just close it?
Just close it.
Okay. It's whether or not the child thinks of it.
No.
Once you're out of it, he closes the back doors to it. And puts a padlock on the doors. Hands you the key. Hold on to that for me. Really important. There's a reason it's on the string. Put it over your head. That's really important. And we need that for later. Fine. Just protect it, okay? Good enough. All right, so there's not enough of us to do an even team, but we're going to need to split to actually be able to talk to these people. They're going to be grumpy, but it's towards the end of the day. So figure out how we're going to do this.
Whichever team Lamel is on, I am on.
Assume that's you and me there, Dominus. Let's go find these people.
Alright, Biscuits, you and me.
I assume you were going to take your daughter, or would you like her to come with me and your
She's
friend?
coming with me.
I figured.
She pitter patters after Kuno. I'm kidding. She's got a smile that suggests that's what she was going to do.
No, it was going to be me and Biscuit.
Oh, you were going to go on your own?
I just said Biscuit already. I guess it's you and me.
So are we going in guns blazing or all sneaky biggy not?
Kuno starts walking up to the guild building like he, has business.
And I'm with him.
Knocks on it. Just, excuse me, I did have some shipments. Is there somebody here I can talk to? You might need a shower. Guy kind of pinches his nose.
I point to Kuno and I go,
I guess I have been riding in it all day. Don't mind the smell too much, right? You want to go ahead and talk for me?
sure.
I'll stay back here. And he just kind of leans against the wall and just starts looking around the room.
We're supposed to have a shipment. We need to talk to someone. I'm getting whoever's in charge of the manifests and the tracking everything. I don't know, some kind of, I don't know these things. Like the bookkeeping stuff.
I have a few. Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. The name's Dom.
Dom?
And you are?
Hyder?
Kiter? Kiter what, if I may ask?
I'm not that important.
Insight check.
Sure.
What were we looking for? I wasn't paying attention.
Berta and Oligar.
Not too bad. 13.
He's hiding his last name.
Okay.
I know that's not right.
Or his name. You're not sure which. But yeah.
All right. I let him do his paperwork thing.
He's just looking real quick if there's anything there.
As he's doing that,
I can't make heads or tails of this.
as he's doing that,
Pulls and looks for another one.
I'm just kind of watching like I'm a person who's just standing there watching, paying particular attention to see if there's any signatures on the bottom though that happen to have, like a notary or the signatures, and see if I can just catch wind of what the signature on the bottom is.
Sure. Perception.
Ooh, 17.
Okay. So there's clearly a few low nobles that are trading through this post. Enough that it's just like, oh, Tiok, Calum, Tyr, Mother Tiok, Moot. It just drives you nuts after a while.
Okay.
But there is a name that sticks out briefly. And it's Agar's.
Agar.
It's
Remind
Agar.
me, as a player, I do not remember.
It's a person that is attached to some of your investigations with your wife.
About the Den Barn.
Yeah. It's just a name that you recognize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, Priya is a homewrecker.
You hush over there.
As he's rifling through the papers, I know this is not the mission, but I can't not.
Mhm.
I stop him for a second and I say, apologies. Can I pull out 20 gold? Can you tell me about that person? And I point to Agar's name.
Oh, Agar.
What's his last name? Do we know?
Pulls out. It doesn't say.
Okay.
Starts looking through it. Oh, he's a moot. Drake. That's unusual. He's a blend family. Well, taking a look at it, if I had to suggest anything, he's working with a couple of low nobles, trading here and there. It shows you the manifest for it.
Okay.
It's like clockwork. About every 3 months, they come through.
Interesting.
He's a boat captain, or at least that's how he's signing.
I appreciate this. You're a good man. And I just kind of take mental note of what I saw and I give him back his paper. Don't want anything to be
Oh,
untoward.
don't want to change the books.
Exactly. You wouldn't by chance be, what's the name? Oligarch?
Oligar.
Oligarch. You wouldn't by chance be Oligarch, because I've heard he is the man to talk to.
Oh, he's in warehouse 2.
Ah. Excellent. Inside check.
Sure.
13.
I only have an 11, so doesn't seem to be a dishonest fellow.
Okay.
Now that he's been paid.
Yeah, it's like you just paid the man.
Excellent. I appreciate the information.
Oh, I thought it was Andy Silva.
And I turn back to Kuno, and let's walk out. And as soon as we're out, I go warehouse to Oligar.
Okay. Where do you three go?
I imagine I walked up to like some of the scummy low-life workers around here who I would get along with.
Yeah, fine.
While they're doing that, I'm setting up shop outside the scummy lowlife.
Your blacksmith shop.
My little dagger stall.
Oh my god. She's never gonna stop. Never
I
gonna let
love
it down.
Anna. I hate her, but I love her.
So, you walk up to some scummy lowlives.
Ping, ping, ping. Silver to each. Look, I'm going to make this real quick. I don't like wasting my time, and I'm sure you guys don't like wasting yours. I got to talk to Oligar. I got a job.
A man that comes and gives silver probably has trouble.
Oh, I could be a man giving bullets, but I chose to give you silver. Name's Lameltier.
Oh.
A king's bastard.
A lot of things, yeah. A bastard, certainly among them.
They say you work with the familiars.
I dabble.
Mm-hmm.
Within 60 feet, can I just sort of be... And I know I gotta keep specifying within 60 feet.
It's fine, don't worry.
Can I just sort of be, like, shadowing him, trying not to be noticed?
That's fine.
Alright, you'd have me roll
Well,
stealth?
trying to be not noticed will be stealth
I'm-
at disadvantage because you're
At disadvantage?
a
Because you're-
lizard man.
What?
Lizard
You're a
man.
lizard, Harry.
You stick out like a sore thumb.
There are some, but you're not common.
That is quite
Um,
unfortunate.
I specifically try to get noticed.
Oh, that'll
You're
help.
trying to sell stuff. Of
Yes,
course.
I know. I just wanted to
That's
be involved.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
stop reroll that one.
Come on.
Ooh, still bad.
10 in total.
Okay. On the bright side, if nobody's not actively looking for you, you'll be fine. Okay.
I'm a distraction.
Hey, what?
If only
What
that
the
could have
fuck is
given
the
me
term for a
advantage, so
leader
I
of a
canceled
familia?
out.
I don't know what to type.
Yeah,
That's all I
'cause
got.
pretty- That's good.
All the way up? Or just like,
Like, what would mine be?
oh fuck.
Yeah, like it's in a dock, and I just didn't want to pull it up. I figure it might be easier just to ask you out of nowhere.
You're right. It would be if I
Don't
thought that was
don't
gonna
worry
be
about
something-
it.
Insert name, because I remember, but Fulmen is the one below it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to tell him?
Yeah, the Continental Familia just came across some interesting information that may be relevant. Your frequent flyers may like it.
Alright. Well, your silver still pays. And I'm okay with that, so... Who did you need to see again?
Oliver. I hear he's the more brainy of the bunch.
Oh, he's bad for sure. You are aware he works with the Treboni, right? No, my family. Dock 3. Fuck up Warehouse 2, it'll be fun. Oh, and if something goes missing, I might give you silver back.
You got it. I make my way there.
Making a way.
Of course, I'm following him.
I figure.
You
So,
can hide if you want to.
But you are a lizard man. If you don't hide, and if you don't hide, then they
We'll
see
find
through
your
pla-
ass.
They will see through your plan. You fucked it up. I was gonna say it. I'm the bard in the other campaign.
that's the other one.
My coaster says Bard.
Exactly.
Mine says rogue. That might explain something.
Mine says Ranger.
Anyway,
Mine
I like
says
wisdom
world's
and dex.
okayest DM. Thank you.
okayest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, separately, but nonetheless the same, you find Warehouse 2, and in your case, you'll see Dock 3 because you're coming out on that side.
I don't know that I find him, but alright.
And you see the two of them going, and
Did you not
Adric,
want
Your
to
nightstand was
I'm
picked up and put on.
selling daggers.
Your
Oh, okay,
nightstand
never
was
mind.
picked up and put
you have
on
the information.
Adric's back.
What will you do from there?
I will head there and hopefully have my daughter come alongside me so she can sell her knives to bigger fish.
Getting the fish bite over here.
No.
Fine. I'll pack up and go.
So, approaching up on Warehouse 2, I try my best to stay in the shadows, again within 60 feet of Lamel.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And
60 feet.
peeking through any
You get
kind
to
of...
61.
It'll be over.
If he steps one step ahead of you, you're fucked.
And then trying to peek through, like, any windows and stuff like that, and see what I can see.
Perception.
Not bad.
What do you mean not bad? That's 21.
Not on the die.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. That's a 21 in total.
Nice.
All right.
I do have a
Shit.
plus.
Are you looking in the first one on the way? Is that the idea?
The first...
Or are you looking in the second one?
Are we talking about windows or warehouses?
Warehouses.
I'm just going to be looking as we go. Just
Okay.
anything along the way.
Okay. So, as a rough count of obviously visible workers, it's in the 30s,
In warehouse 1?
just in general.
Oh, just in
on the
general.
docks. In the warehouse, there's probably no more than 5 in the first warehouse,
Pull
and the doors are open.
up. Docks.
There's also unloading a boat, which is why there's so many people.
30 people. And then you said in warehouse 1 that
About 5.
and the doors are open.
The doors are open, they're unloading a boat, which is what the 30 people are about.
1, approximately 5.
All river runners, so it's not like it's a giant ship to unload.
I'm assuming not, but does anything stand out about anyone in warehouse 1?
Or not really.
Okay,
Everybody looks like dock hands or workers in general.
gotcha.
You get past dock 2, there's no boat. Nothing to really look at. And you have to round a little bit from the dock side to find the second warehouse, which is actually at a slant
All right.
and slightly uphill.
What do I see in that one? Or would you have me make another roll?
Another roll, please.
Okey-doke.
And how are you all approaching?
Oh, I'm just going to walk in.
How does
Okay.
a 27 sound?
Big Dick normally do.
Okay. So there's some lights on in there, and it is all candlelight and torch lights, if you will. The door is partially open, enough that a person can go in, but not enough you could start moving things through it.
All right.
Kind of like one of those things where they don't want it to get super hot and there's the air to go back and forth.
Gotcha.
The vents up on the top of the warehouse are open for airflow purposes.
Question.
Mhm.
Which group gets there first, or do they arrive at about the same time?
Probably argue that the two of us are there before them.
Okay.
I had to pack up a knife stand and all.
That's why.
Otherwise,
Just
my
curious.
modes were more efficient.
They are more efficient, but your daughter's not.
Hey, you decided to bring an 8-year-old on this mission. That's not my fault. I do what I'm told
It's your
sometimes.
fault for not aging quicker.
My bad.
All right, so these vents, are they the kind of vents that are roughly person-sized?
Oh, a person could definitely fit through them because there's slots of timber, but they're up there.
That's a little bit sus.
I'm aware of that. I know it's Among Us.
You'll have to climb the side of the building, but I mean, it's all made out of wood.
I'd like
Timbers.
to, if possible, use an action to activate my channel divinity to give myself proficiency in athletics for 10 minutes,
Sure.
and then attempt to do that.
Go ahead and make a check for me.
All right, let's see. So that would be plus proficiency bonus. And am I able to add guidance to this as well, or? Okie doke.
You got time.
Time, I love time.
Do it. Ooh, good. That's cock.
That's cock.
How do you cock a foresighter?
I don't
Holy
know.
shit.
So
It
that's
hits a wall and stays there.
23. 23 to climb up and into the vents.
Okay, so as we approach the door, that's on the front side of it. The front side of it is a standard person door. There's we walk up to it. Kuno tells you to take a little bit of a step off the side, just in
I do.
case. Goes to open it, and it does the whole ding ding as a bell rings. Right above you is a simple pulley string that the door opening pulls it, just enough to let somebody know. You both walk into a poorly lit desk with some files and stuff on the backside behind it.
That's okay. I got dark vision.
There's a couple of things on the table, and otherwise it's just got some things tacked on the wall for either A, entertainment, or B, business relation to it, such as calendars and like. There's a door that goes out on the back side of it. Past that, there's no slide window. There's no nothing to communicate past that door. There's a couple of chairs and a bench on the desk, on the side of the desk you're on.
Okay. And nobody
visible manning
people.
it.
All right. I assume Kuno's walking up towards that way as well.
He's kind of looking, waiting a minute, doing the whole tapping on the desk. Just
Well, while he's doing that, I kind of sidle up next to him, next to the desk, and I take out a platinum piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my hands, and I'm just kind of idly, just like tapping it on the desk as I'm looking.
Okay. As you approach the open door, I'm assuming, because you're coming on the dock side, you have child in tow.
Yeah, child's with me.
Okay. Adrit kind of not necessarily sneaks off. It's more of just man in the crowd kind of move. Goes up along the wall and then climbs it. Fairly adeptly, I might add. He's like a gecko on the wall. He's a really big ass gecko.
I'm just watching this going, what the fuck?
And now everybody in Balsan has learned the same thing everybody in Florida knows. Alligators can climb.
Yeah, chain link's a fucking disadvantage.
Yeah, but they still do it.
Yeah.
These are basically timbers, so it's easy for you to climb that in the end.
Alright, but I just, I walk into the room without looking, knock, knock, knock as I'm walking in to announce my presence so they don't get fucking the shit scared out of them.
There are 8 people playing cards. Not really doing much of anything else. They look like dock hands, except one of them looks like one of the logistics people. And clearly in guild stuff. Brain. It's not like a uniform or nothing. It's just like he's clearly in guild things for it.
Oligar in here?
While you guys are up in the front, you hear thud. Very loud in the front, but you don't hear it in the back. You climb up to the top of the vents, and you look in, you can see 8 people playing cards. On the other side of the stacks and everything, there are 2 others near the door for the front. That one just came out of the bathroom, the other one is kind of like doing the dance waiting.
Okay.
You can go through the vents if you want to and end up on top of the stacks. You'll be about 15 feet off the ground, though.
Would it be the situations where you can look down through the little vented
Grates.
grates? There you go. And
The grates isn't really a grate. It's more like box. And then, have you seen the jealousy windows where you crank it and the window panes just do this?
Mhm.
That's all this is doing. There's no fencing to this at all.
okay, but I could see through it, right?
You can climb through it.
All right. Because I want to climb through it and then maybe drop down when the time is right.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, it's
Just make
event
a
time.
Constitution for me to stay up there.
All right.
It's not hard. Just need it as a baseline.
Yep. I'm pretty sure. And this is a save or
Just a check.
okay. Either way, I think
What's
it's
the
the same.
difference?
What?
Proficiency bonus if you're proficient in say.
15.
15? Okay. Yeah, you can hold up there for a little while. You're all right. Yeah, we up in the front here, thud. And nothing else.
Where'd it come from?
So, desk, door you came in, papers and all that, door over here, just past that door and maybe on the other side of it.
I guess so.
I give a look over at Kuno. I just kind of look back towards the door and then back at him. see what his reaction is. I walk over.
He just hops the desk.
And I walk over to the door.
Okay.
And I get ready to yank it open whenever he's ready.
He stays kind of low.
Okay.
And he starts doing basically a sideways crawl, like a crab walk, if you will, but forward instead of truly body sideways. And he gives you a little bit of a signal just to open a little.
Okay.
You notice the door open from the office slightly, but you can't see anybody because it's opening towards you.
Just gonna wait.
In the back. Who the fuck's asking?
Lamel Tier. You like money, don't you?
As they're playing cards and there's clearly money on the table, they just give you a stupid look. You want to play?
Yes.
One gets up. No joke, just he just gets up, kicks over a chair real quick, just sets it there. Come on, little girl, play a game.
I hand you a sack of 50 gold.
Eyeing you with envy.
I put 50 gold on the table.
Anyways, a little birdie told me as they were dying about some resistance move it, and, you know, your name was thrown out, so I just happened to have information that you might either want to give them, buy, or, I don't know, just shove up your ass when you're done with it. Regardless, I feel like we could talk.
A few of them stand up and brandish knives.
That's fine.
Roll initiative.
Am I also rolling?
You all should.
Yes.
All of us are.
Time for a fight.
Hold on.
This is good.
I wish I could do this, but it's not working right, because I would put the sound thing on the stream that goes, America!
Fuck yeah!
Oh my god, why?
That's gonna get copyrighted faster than any other fucking song would.
No kidding.
Oh, come on.
Nah. What'd you get?
Nat 1 for initiative. For a total of 1.
What?
Very dexterous, I see.
Yes.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, sure it does.
When you're walking artillery, it kind of does.
Yeah.
I don't need artillery. I have plunging attack.
The fuck?
Is everything alright?
No, I'm just a plunging attack. I'm doing this shit in groups to make things simple. Do. Noville. There we go. Anna, what is yours?
4.
Simple enough.
You beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Lamel.
24.
That's a big difference.
That person is no longer here.
Damn, I didn't realize we killed one of them already.
Yeah, Josh.
No, I know.
was good.
I'm aware of what was
Adjunct.
happening.
Oh, 14.
And Dominus.
1.
That means you're number 1.
And I'm gonna go twice before Dominus.
At this rate. Just, I tried to roll it, it just thuds. Alright. Some of these people are slow. Some of them are not.
I'm sure some of them just continued sitting down because they're like, he's clearly not threatening us.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, only a couple of them stand up.
Surely Lamel Tier, the Tier Lamel Tier Lamel, the guy from the Gladiator, wouldn't be a match for all of us.
I don't know, there's a
Surely
kid.
the guy with the reputation for destroying familias wouldn't destroy ours simply because we were stupid enough to pick a fight with him, even though he actually came to sell out his friends.
And this break, while initiative is figured out and combat is prepared, is brought to you by Side Quest Cards and Games.
I suppose so.
Card, and they side and they quest, and they game card, side, and quest.
This is a side quest.
They side the quest card. Game.
I'll take it.
follow the sound of my voice and click on the link below. Use that TOGG code for that discount.
Yeah.
All right, so Lamel,
Oh, I go first? What?
you had a ridiculous number, sir.
I know. Lamel would think to himself, I guess I'm supposed to be quiet. So instead of pulling out his gun and just shooting them where they stand, are all of them standing yet?
No, it's like 3 of them.
Would I get advantage on sitting targets?
Are you pulling out a gun, or are you just like kicking him in the face?
I was probably gonna walk up and start like snapping necks and beating the fuck out of them.
I will say, just for your knowledge, I am sitting at the poker table myself.
I know you are.
Okay.
I would probably argue you could have advantage on someone sitting because they are not capable of taking a proper defensive stance.
Okay. Well, with my 45 movement, I assume that I could quickly get to a few targets around the table.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go down the line and use action, attack, flurry of blows to do 4 attacks to 4 sitting targets, if
Okay.
there's that many.
There are. There was 8 total, 3 stood up.
Alright. That's not a d20. These dice are confusing. Or, I have advantage, so these are the action attacks. Let's see. So that is plus 9, so that is a 23 on one and 18 on the other attack.
That is.
Okay. Those are just unarmed strikes, so those are d6s. I'm gonna try this one. One target receives 7, another target receives 8. I'm gonna go ahead and do my flurry of blows.
Okay.
One's a natural 20,
Oh boy.
Ooh.
and then, well, for a total of 29.
I think that
I
hits.
think it already hits being at 20.
So too.
And then, that's 25 on the second one. So I'll roll for the double dice damage. That's 14 on one. And then the following target will receive 10 damage. And you know what? Lamel is feeling so gracious that he's going to go ahead and spend 1 key point to make one of the targets sitting down, probably the one he hit the hardest, to make a con save.
Yeah.
DC 13.
Dick Cock 13.
Okay. 17 on the die.
17? Okay. And then the first one that I hit, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say a strength save. Good. 2 different features. First one was for stunning strike.
$12.
Okay. So he is thrown 15 feet in the air.
Nice.
Sure you can.
Are you winning, son? says Sleepy Girl. Yes, Lamel always wins.
Which one of these is the 8?
The 8. These dice are confusing.
I know which one the D4 is.
That's fair. And, shit. As part of my free action, I'm just gonna go ahead and say to them, we can do this the easy way, where I whoop some of your asses and you guys calm down. Or we can do this the hard way, where you all die.
And then I play Pot of Greed, and I draw 2 more cards. And then I play Pot of Greed, and I draw 2 more cards. I'm sorry,
The crap.
Smack!
I'm gonna go pee real quick though.
He's
Nope,
gonna
not
go pee
allowed.
real quick.
I'm just annoyed that Flyman's out.
When he's all done whooping their ass, he just takes out his dick and pisses on the floor to prove a point.
Well,
I will not be peeing.
Why not?
Someone's in the restroom.
that's gotta be Hannah.
Anyway, if you would allow me with that comment I did, I would like to roll for intimidation.
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? It's only a 10.
The dude dice.
It is 1v8.
You see, the problem is you're using the
I might
gold
not
dice
be-
for Lamel, not for gold.
Well, I don't have Lamel dice.
Well, then we're gonna have to remedy that.
That is probably a Snapchat bot trying to get me to sign up to some dumb service that doesn't exist and take my credit card information.
Nice.
I know. Sounds
Okay.
Yeah. I like not having money.
So the
Me
one that
too.
goes flying in the air. What the? Ah! Well, along with the. There.
I like it.
Gotta get those sound effects in now, right?
Mhm.
Turn into a soundboard.
I just imagine the Street Fighter sound effect when you make someone go back and forth really fast, like.
Gotta get those practices in, right?
Yeah.
So one of the ones that stood up and was not hit, very slowly based on how this has gone so far, but quick nonetheless, brandishes the knife and whirls enough behind you that you see them coming, but it was fast enough to get in your guard as you're attacking. Because its friend that is nearby is seated, they get no flanking. But that doesn't change the knife that is coming at you with an 18.
Well, my AC is 19 currently due to his bullshit, so that
Oh.
does not.
served a purpose!
Well, I thought I tagged you, and I clearly
You would have any other day.
didn't. On any other day, child, you would have had to be. Too bad you're not there.
Good job.
I imagine he's trying to stab me somewhere in the ribs.
Very vital.
And I simply just deflect it with my elbow as I'm coming back to hit the other one during that round.
There you go. As you do, he keeps control of his knife and takes a 10-foot leap backwards in a very defensive posture.
Does that
With that
invoke
whole-
attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay,
Part of his movement.
gotcha.
Nothing like harrying maneuvers. And now, one of the ones that is also not seated comes out of the bathroom. Okay, I guess it's your turn. And the
So
one that's
there's-
like doing a dance.
So there's
is start.
10 in total, 8 at the table, 1 in the bathroom, 1 in line in the bathroom.
There are 8 you are aware of, 10 that Adrid is aware of, and none that they're aware of.
Okay.
Alright.
Soon.
Soon you'll know of 2.
The one that went to stab Lamel, that one hasn't been damaged yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna jump off the vents and...
There's a couple of people before you, though. So we're...
Oh, I thought you said it was my turn.
No. I was just explaining where the things were at. My bad.
Oh, okay.
The one that basically trades places with the bathroom. You noticed another person that was over on this side. Enough that you didn't catch them initially because they were moving some crates.
Yeah.
And they begin a bull charge at Lamel. Unfortunately, Zach just went to the bathroom. So we're going to roll and see if we hurt Zach.
Great.
JC
19 or higher.
Tagged.
Oh boy. I'm about to take some damage.
Yes,
Not as much as you would expect.
Well, I mean, that's the whole
One
point, though.
point. That's the whole.
Tell me how many damage.
So this person basically comes relatively blind, does the right off the bat, ah! And then spears him into the table, going through it, throwing the cards and the coins everywhere.
So like, there's a spear through him right now.
No.
No.
She's spearing him like shoulder
I
tackle.
see.
taking him to the ground, which Zach would love this description. As it goes through the table, everybody's popping up as much as they can. The ones that haven't had their turn is in the process.
All right.
Including yourself, I'm assuming, unless you just sit there and let things hit you in the face. But I'm guessing not.
I mean, she is 8.
Oh, so this big person that was not immediately visible
This big bitch. Yeah.
comes charging out from moving some boxes over in one of the corners and does manage to connect with you
Yeah.
and full on spears you into the table.
Oh, that's hot.
How deep is the spear into the table?
Oh no! The
No,
spear
like
is a wrestling move. It's a shoulder
I,
tackle.
No, it's okay. I
picturing a
misunderstood it as
spear.
well.
No.
I was like, how broken is this table?
It is a very aggressive wrestling maneuver, both using professional wrestling and real one, where you drop your shoulder, it goes into the solar plexus as you grab the back of them, and the intent is to drive their head into the ground.
All right.
Gotcha.
His head does not go
No
into the
spears.
ground, but he does go through the table,
Table.
throwing cards and coins everywhere. You will take 6 damage, but I believe you take 3 and you take 3 if I'm right.
Yeah, so it
Yep.
reduced whatever he
Yeah.
takes
3
damage
for
wise.
Resistant.
He's resistant, and then I take the same damage that he took.
This is
Yep.
So
great.
6 going down to 3 for him, right?
Yes.
Right.
So I take 3 as well.
And then as you hit the ground, straight out goes to smash your face. This huge crankback of an arm that is big enough to like break small bricks and stuff like that just by flexing a bit. Comes to smash down on you, and only again because of this bastard does it fail to do any real damage. She does straight punch you, but it's like a glancing blow, enough to be like you can shrug it off with no real effect. As her hand hits the ground and slightly causes feathering cracks in the support.
He's
Nice.
strong. I like
It's
this.
like superhero concrete punch.
Kudo, upon hearing the commotion, immediately utters a very quiet enough that you hear it, but not loud enough for everyone else. That motherfucker every time. As he does it, he immediately makes a few like signs with his hands that are clearly for
So
somatic components.
Yeah.
But as he's doing it, he's moving in, almost
So he
slinking
basically
along.
open. That door has to open enough for him to move in. Yeah.
Yeah, he had it open enough, and he's kind of slinking in. And as he's doing it, he starts to slightly blur out of your vision. Not invisible, just like you can't keep track of exactly where he's at.
Right. He's more stealthy.
Yeah. Adrix, you're on deck.
I'm on deck, or it's my turn?
Your turn.
Okay.
My bad. Adrix, you're on deck. It's your turn.
All right. So, Adrit, kind of flinches a little bit, taking a bit of the damage that would have gone to Lamel initially because of warding bond. And he sees him basically just locked in a conflict with the really big guy who just tackled him. And so he quickly... the way I imagine the greatsword for Adrit is sort of like a horizontal back harness. So with his left hand, he would whoosh and grab it like that.
I don't know how you pull a greatsword out like that.
It's like a long...
I imagine that it may not be as long as you would think a greatsword is,
Yeah.
but it's heavier in mass and it's just like a giant buster, but isn't as long as you would think.
So it's just a very heavy blade at the end of the day.
And then he kind of mutters to himself.
It's also probably not in a sheath, then. It's probably
Yeah.
in a release.
Yeah, no, it just has
It
like,
has
More
like
like a short hold buckle that you slide into.
Just imagine 2 leather straps are the only thing keeping this thing from hitting the ground.
But he kind of quietly chants, Sanatos, I am your arrow. Lo, at thy prey. Now I shall strike. And I'm going to jump off the vents and go for a plunging attack, aiming for his, calf area.
For which person?
The guy that attacked Lamel.
Oh, the woman? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good leap, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see that athletics, please.
Yep. So I give myself proficiency, baby. It's a big, fat 9.
So your leap is going to come up short. You're going to have to hit somebody else.
Okay, that's
But you
fine.
can midair adjust.
All right, that works for me.
Go ahead and swing for it.
Would I get advantage since I was...
Yeah, you have surprise.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right.
Surprise, bitch, there's a giant lizard falling on you.
I imagine.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Some.
Yes, that's got to hit. That's a 21.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just a bit.
This dude who backs up 10 feet away from me going, oh shit, he's stronger than I thought. Wonk!
It's not. It's one of the ones that hasn't stood up yet.
All right. So that's going to be 9 points of slashing damage from my greatsword.
You don't have any pluses on the end?
No, I don't, because I have a flat 10 strength.
Oh, okay.
But that works for me. Not
Like
Yeah,
just-
straight
still
sword,
9 points.
cool.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use Hungry Jaws
He's going to clamp on.
to bite. I'm assuming this one isn't with advantage.
No.
All right.
The surprise is the blade coming down.
Not one, so that misses.
If by blade you mean lizard, then yes.
So as you go to chomp your jaws, they freak out from getting smashed by the blade and use the momentum unintentionally to flatten into the ground, missing your jaws. It was not by their hand that you have
Surprised
missed,
you
but
didn't-
by your momentum.
Surprised you didn't bite your tongue.
So one of the ones that hadn't got up does get up enough now to kind of leap backwards. And as they do, like a lot of familiars, they throw a knife.
Wow.
Who would have thought people throw knives?
No, nobody does
How
that.
many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Not knowing who their target, they throw it at random.
Ooh.
It goes at Anna for a 19.
Oh yeah, that's super.
Hey, gotta pay for that.
However, I think you said it too quickly, so never mind.
It's, if there's something that needs to be in there.
Well, it's before I know whether or not it hits me.
Okay, well, you don't know it's going to hit you. Does that matter?
If they attack me, it's gonna hit me. Like, let's be real.
I mean, you have like, what, a 14?
Less.
14 currently because
Oh,
of
really?
mage armor.
Mm-hmm.
Normally 11.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was the last
I'm
one.
gonna use the rest of my right back.
Where the fuck was it? I saw it 2 seconds ago.
Are you thinking of like putting up shield or something?
I have a reaction when they attack me. They have to make a wisdom save. DC 12.
Is that some?
What is it, sanctuary?
I didn't
It might
write
be
down
some-
what it was called.
Yeah.
I just know what it does.
They fail, so the knife has to go at Lamel.
That would be. Well, it says that the closest one who isn't me or itself.
Which would be Lamel.
Lamel.
That sounds a lot like sanctuary, but that's a bonus action to cast.
Well, this is a reaction. I don't remember what
It
it's
might be a
called because I
class
didn't write it
feature.
down.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think it
it's
is.
the subclass for her,
Yeah.
like,
I am 90%
enchantment
sure
wizard.
that's what it is.
That's fine.
I just didn't write down what it was called. Just what
Yeah, we'll
it did.
take 4, and so we'll add it.
I recall that I just had something thrown at me, and I'm a monk.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Roll your thing, dude. Do it. Fucking do it.
Deflect missile. Let's see.
Dude, I have a monk in my friend's campaign. He has not shot a single missile weapon at me the entire fucking campaign.
This will be the second time I've done it to him in 5 episodes.
That is a 20 against whatever the damage is.
What's going on?
You catch that.
He didn't hit me. He's trying to hit Lamel.
Thanks for the knife.
You gonna throw it back?
No, I'm not going to waste the key point on
Come on, Lamel,
fucking knife.
throw
Just
it
checking.
back.
Just checking.
So one of the other ones jumps up. This one's not going to throw anything because it's pretty close to Anna to start with.
Yeah, fair enough.
Attack the child.
4 and 18.
Yeah.
Picks you up and is bodily holding you as a threat with the knife.
Fair enough.
They don't actually attack you. They're bodily picking you up.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
You are grappled.
It's
I
okay. Shoot the hostage. Okay.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. Oh, God. No.
One of the ones that had gotten up and is a little messed up goes to maneuver themselves to attack Lamel on the floor. But because you're rolling around with the now wrestling woman, their foot gets slightly off placed, and they have to catch themselves from stumbling instead.
Does the wrestling woman fit the description we got for Berta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, absolutely.
I figured that one was pretty fair.
And that was a natural 1, so the other one actually drops their knife outright.
Dumbass.
Goes
Is he
to
going
use
for
it.
me?
No, it's still going for
Okay.
Lamel. This is one of the ones that got hit by Lamel. They're going to try and kill him now.
Okay.
And so they go to do it, and they drop the knife in the process as it slams the edge of the the stonework floor and snaps the blade. So that knife's done. Anna, you're up.
Can the one who's holding me make a save? I will tell you what save it is in 2 seconds. It is a wisdom save. DC 12.
Does it have somatic and verbal components?
It's your hallucinogen.
It's
shit,
my
right?
hypnotic
Gaze.
gaze. Words are hard.
Yeah, she just fucking looks into the eyes of the
That's
fucker.
I'm 18.
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
I was trying to do one so that I could cast.
Good call. 18.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Something
Can I-
does happen.
Oh,
Just the spell doesn't work.
something happens.
The human that is holding you fades away as the illusion is destroyed, and you are being held by a snake's tail.
Oh boy, that's. I don't like that. It's gonna die
It's
next
a
turn.
Is anyone else seeing this shit?
Oh no, it's obvious to everybody.
Okay, cool.
And it is a male. The snake form of it is like a cobra's body with this deep yellow and streaks of black on the underbelly that kind of highlight each of the ridges. And otherwise, the top of it is like this sandy brown. It's not a muscular individual. They didn't look any real different. The upper torso is still relatively the same thing. They
Oh,
are
so
still
it's
wearing
not a snake. It's like a snake
It's a
humanoid.
naga.
I don't
It's a
know. what
naga.
that word
It's a
is.
naga.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm picturing snake.
No.
I'm like, how is he grappling?
The lower part of the body
yeah,
is a snake.
Yeah,
The snake part is what's constricted actually around you.
yeah.
The illusion has been destroyed.
La
Um, can I wiggle out?
You wouldn't have the action because you cast.
No, but I can pretend.
You can. Wiggle all you want.
Cool.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
The next thing I'm going to do, and by me, I mean Biscuit,
Okay.
he's going to come in the building.
Okay. That's fine.
And then I do have a future question, because I can cast through him. Do I still need to be able to physically cast the spell and have my hands available, or does... Because I
if it has somatic components, you risk getting attacked.
Okay.
That's the other problem.
even if I cast it through him?
Correct.
Okay.
Because you still have to be able to channel it.
Okay. That's it.
The one that
That's
came
fine.
out of the bathroom
Great.
realizes some shit's going on and starts to run and runs right past you and Kuno without realizing you're there.
Do I get a reaction?
You do. Kuno's not taking it.
Okay.
Kuno, smart.
I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? I am not good at the whole attacking thing.
That's
With
what I was trying to
melee,
arrange
so
for.
yeah, no, nothing.
Not gonna do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay. They won't notice you, so it's not. It puts you on deck, which makes it your turn.
Well, yeah, you did your thing, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I did
Okay.
my
Mhm.
try to escape,
Yeah.
failed miserably
Okay.
thing. It was great.
All right.
So that makes it your turn, and then the last of the
Okay.
card.
So now that it's my turn, I move in to the door after Kuno. What do I see? Do I see How many targets do I see?
I would probably argue you can see the one that just ran past is slowly getting past you.
Mm-hmm.
You can see, like, if we were to say, looking towards Zach and Jen, right? Everything on Jen's side is the side you can't. Everything on Zach's side is the ones you can.
Oh, so I can't see the guy that's holding her.
You would be able to see a portion of that. You wouldn't see Lamel on the ground wrestling, and you wouldn't see half the card table.
Okay, but do I see the one that's holding?
You can see
Yeah.
with half cover.
Okay, not a problem. All of a sudden, aesthetically, what you see is Dominus, his clothing now changes back to it is his full armor. The helmet comes down. He reaches his hand out. It looks like sparks picking up. And a bunch of metal from various things in the corner seems to gather together in a ball that weighs no more than 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then he brings it over, aims it at the one holding you, Anna, and I need a dex save.
From a projectile, right?
Mm-hmm. Dex save.
That is a 15.
That is exactly what the fucker needed. God damn it.
And he's not at, like, disadvantage or anything from holding me? I don't know how grappling works.
Not from that.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
It's
I guess
got cover
I
issues,
I
so
don't
it
know
up to
how I don't know how grappling works. That's
No, I
all I
mean,
had.
because of the boxes and I'm just giving him half cover, which is just upping his AC a little.
damn it. Well,
There's not really a reason to give disadvantage unless he goes much more.
Yeah,
That
the only thing
misses-
really else to account for
that
is
misses
surprise.
then.
But
He
that
doesn't
help
take any
the saving
damage as I attempted to catapult shit at him.
That was a cool way to do it, though.
Yeah.
Next time it'll hit because you did that good description.
Mm.
throw.
I
Surely.
hope so.
Should give him advantage for the description. I think I'm going to.
All right, so then, well, disadvantage, you mean?
All right, roll damage.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
I think I'm going to do that. Good description rewards.
Yeah.
Oh, take it.
Sounds like
Not
something's
horrible.
back.
We're in the good old days.
20 points of bludgeoning damage from the catapult spell as it slams into him.
Bro really said 20 points is not horrible. Okay.
He fails to maintain a grasp on you, so you go fall to the
Sweet,
floor.
All I wanted.
But you do fall to the floor prone.
That's fine.
That's-
It wasn't horrible. It was actually
Sounds
really good.
good to me.
It was really good. Hey, I cast it at second level. It was 48. So.
Jeez, that dude's totally going to die.
So slowly but
All right, that makes it this dude's turn.
I guess.
One person that had been very slow to get up does manage to get up and starts running for the door, for the back door that you came in.
Do I get an attack of opportunity or something like that?
Biscuit does.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okie doke.
Come on, buddy.
That is a 7. That's not going to hit.
Ooh.
They clumsily, with no real talent for combat, managed to just kind of do like a duck and oh my god, and it just
Okay.
top of the round. Lamel.
Lamel.
Alright, so me and her engage in some kind of grapple, but neither of us have actually grappled each other, correct?
Correct. There's no grapple that has actually occurred.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to flavor it as we're still wrestling, and I managed to, now that I'm in my own turn, I'm going to try and flavor it as I sort of lock her in an arm bar. I begin to try and elbow her ribs to knock the air out of her.
Okay.
So I'm going to make several arm strikes.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so those might not hit. Let's just see. So 15 and 16.
They hit.
Really? Alright.
She's only in leather.
If that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and bonus action flurry of blows again, so I get more attacks.
Okay.
Those are much higher numbers.
Okay. Go for the damage. Go for the damage.
Reactions reset at the end of my turn?
Reactions reset on your turn.
Okay. So I have a reaction again because I used it, then it was my turn.
You used it on your turn or before?
No, I used it before my turn.
Then it would have reset. Bonus actions also reset. It should be a rolling clock, not a top of the round. It's really a timeline.
That is a total of 42 damage.
Good lord.
You hit her enough times to really well and truly hurt somebody. And I'm going to see if she stays conscious, and that is a 1. She's out.
There you go.
You managed to knock her out with a series of blows. Good job.
I will then stand up and did I notice the guy running towards the door?
Yes. As you stand up, you will.
Yeah, okay.
He's probably 20 feet past you already, though.
Yeah, okay. Even with half movement, I would still have enough movement to get next to him.
Okay.
And I'll go after him and go, hey, buddy, you're not going anywhere.
He started trying to run harder. Alright, so one of the guys that's here, no bonus actions, right?
My bonus action was hitting her more.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a monk.
Fair. Alright, so one of the guys that's still in the fight turns on Adrit
Hello.
for 13.
That does not hit.
Another one tries to do it for 7. That doesn't do anything. That puts Kuno up. Nobody's there to see it, so it doesn't matter how it happens. Oh, Dominus, I guess, could see it.
Yes.
Dominus sees Kuno kind of very quickly go, and then just goes to run right at the stacks of crap that's there,
Okay.
and definitely parkours. 1, 2, and then on the second one, as it touches, he uses it to leap
Okay.
almost to the ceiling.
Damn.
No weapon in his hand at all. You don't notice it because your back's to him, but you don't care. You notice it because he's coming at you. And you notice it because he's coming in the same direction you just did. Lands, as he's landing, it's a driving kick straight into one of the people.
Is it the guy that was trying to slip away?
For 18? No, it's one of the people that sat on the
Okay.
table. And that does 14 damage. As he makes impact on that person, he then whips his hand out. Just, it looks really stupid. It almost looks like it's doing martial arts. But as he's going like this, a flail just deconstructs mechanically out of his wristband into his hand and into the arm.
Oh, that's
Nice.
As he makes contact, that wasn't more enough. As he makes contact with one of the others, you see the sparks of blue fire come off of it, slams the dude in the face, and then the fire leaps to a third person, incinerating on both of them.
Nice.
They don't die or anything like that. It's just enough to basically be like, you're both on fire, fuck you.
Nice.
Fair enough.
And then the flail disappears back into his arm, and he goes into a defensive, like, I'm ready to fight.
Gotcha.
None of them are down. They just beat the crap. And, well, the one I got flying kicked, I guess, is down. That makes it Edric's turn.
Alright, so the guy I'm squaring up against, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want a bonus action.
That's a lie. Actually, one of them is down.
Am I good to go?
Yep.
I want a bonus action spiritual weapon.
Okay.
As I chant, Xanatos shall smite those who take advantage of the weak. And I want to summon the spiritual weapon behind the Naga, actually.
Okay.
And have it make its attack. Because that happens as part of the bonus action. Yay.
Come on, buddy.
So that spiritual greatsword appears, and a 12 is probably not going to hit
On the Naga?
on the Naga.
Not with a dex.
Okay. Then with my greatsword attack, I'm going to attack the guy who was squaring off against using my actual action.
Okay.
8 does in 4.
6.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
Well, the
you
4
got
doesn't
some
help
bad
us on the
rolls.
D20, so.
Oh,
I know, but it's
No,
the
I know.
whole principle. Damn, man. That
The
sucks.
one that-
You're rolling bad. That sucks.
You ain't got to sugarcoat it, man. It's fine.
The Na-
Okay, fuck you, you suck.
Exactly.
The Naga, realizing it's going to have to fight you and does not want to, goes up towards the wall on the opposite side you came in and definitely starts climbing just as well as you could have.
Okay.
Going towards the vent.
Yeah. But that is the end of my turn. So.
That one's down. That one's down. Anna.
Come on, super child.
Sleep at the highest level I can.
Okay.
How big is this room?
It's a 20-foot radius, so.
Well, are you
Gonna hit
specifically
everything.
angling your spell so you're like only hitting the Naga? Or are you just doing
Ideally,
attack?
I'm
Sleep
hitting
is
as
not-
many bad guys as I can.
I also want to mention
You
it's
wouldn't
not
get
a
a
20-foot radius, it's a 20-foot cube.
That's.
Very
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's a 20-foot area.
Yeah, it's a cube.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, that is a huge
My
difference.
bad, I apologize.
So if you want to selectively hit the guy that was running and the Naga, you could do
I
that.
will hit as many bad guys.
Then you need to do it around where you're at.
That was the plan.
Okay. Then it has a chance to affect Adric.
That's fine. It starts with the lowest hit points. I don't think he's been hit too much.
Yeah,
He'll
I've
probably
taken
be
3
fine.
damage. I have 56.
He'll probably be fine. I'm not concerned. I'm doing
Go
it
for it.
anyway.
Besides, you're 8. Who cares? You're really
Man, that's a lot of 1s and 2s.
Oh,
Naturally.
it just happens.
Indeed.
There's still going to be a bunch of
Sleep is a great spell, except if you roll shit.
Sleep is a great spell, except when it isn't. Wow,
Yeah.
who'd have thought?
33?
That drops 2 of them.
Wow, nice.
They're messed up.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's
counting
not based
on.
off their max. It's based off their current.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I
2
was
of them go
counting
down.
on.
Between Lamel's severe beating and what
Okay.
Kuno just did, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly what I was counting on. That was the benefit of being lower in initiative.
Good job.
Any last action?
For me? Or her?
How is the table okay?
No.
Is there anything I can run and hide in reasonably to not, in theory, get grabbed again?
Yes.
I do that.
You can start climbing the mountain of boxes.
Sounds great.
Did I see the guy that was attempting to slip away?
The Naga or the one that Lamel chased?
The one Lamel chased.
There's no reason you can't. They're running straight towards it where there's sunlight.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire my lightning launcher as I look at the Naga and I go, 2 shots.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 19 and a 17 in that
Those will
order.
both hit.
Okay.
You're shooting at the Naga?
Yep, shooting at the Naga. Okay. So the first hit is 13 points of damage, and the second hit is 9 points of damage, and there's lightning. Those are both lightning damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to run. Hold on, let me double check this. I think it is a bonus action. Let me double check.
Electricity.
Yes, it's a bonus action. I'm going to use Celestial Revelation, pop my wings, and I am going to fly straight at 35 feet towards the guy that's trying to get away so I can get right up on him.
So that both of you are on him now. Okay.
Dude, let's get his ass. Don't leave me hanging. Don't let me hang. Thank you.
Seeing both of you, the guy's like, I surrender. Which will end the fight.
Oh, that was smart of you.
The Naga, climbing up, is actually fried. Falls down and is still smoldering and smoking from the lightning.
Big L.
Nice.
For him, I mean.
Poker chips and money.
I mean, you'd have to run around like crazy, but yeah.
That's fine.
And the whole reason we did all this, you will find out next time on Magnus. No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Wait, really? Wait, so is this the end? Or?
Is the end?
All right.
He's like, wait, what?
Do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say Magnus.
That's all right.
I just did.
Find out next time on Magnus Aevum.
Balls.
Episode 18.
There you go. Irv has been absolutely beautiful this evening.
Thank you.
You had a bit of a fight, and it might get worse later.
Hopefully, more action.
All of you have been beautiful too. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Our sponsors' links are below. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.